Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, this July, I will have been married to my wife for 18 years. Now, we've been together for 21, or in dog years, 147, which sometimes it feels that way. But like any relationship, we've been through our ups, we've been through our downs, the good times, the bad, but so far, nothing has been a deal breaker, right? We have not violated each other's trust to the point that things need to end. Then again, I've never come home to find my wife having sex with her 15-year-old stepson. But that's what happened to a man in Florida. He came home to his wife, getting it on with his son. I'm just going to add this, not that it's important, but all this happened while they were watching the movie Terrorizer 2. Maybe I misunderstood what the movie was about. Anyway, that's bad. Now, equally as bad, there was a woman in India who was 9 days away from marrying her fiancé. But things took a turn when the groom-to-be ran off with another woman. Now, the salt in the wound here is that the other woman was the bride's own mother. Oh, and yeah, they stole the family savings, too. Yeah, so both of these situations suck. Wife having sex with your teen son, future spouse running off with your parent. But which would you rather deal with, right? That's the real question if you had to pick one. There's no good answer, but there it is. And today is our random Would You Rather question brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration. It's real simple. You give us a call. We're going to ask you a theoretical Would You Rather question. You give your best answer because, again, there's no right or wrong answer, but we will tell you why you're wrong anyway. So today, join us for the random Would You Rather question.
Be part of the big show. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like KISW on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com. Home and Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,308. What a large and a charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat coming up at 4:30. The exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, I don't know how you do it. You find people doing stupid crap in the news.
Yeah.
You bring us 3 stories every week. It is up to us to determine, out of the 3, which one sucks the least. Is there a theme to Who Sucks Less?
I mean, yeah, maybe a little bit, 2/3 of a theme and involved.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit Condor.com today.
Nerds!
Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. A.K.A. Uriner Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
Involves lemons, urine, and mucus. As you separate these three stories, yes. Lemons, urine, and mucus.
I would rather deal with lemons.
Out of the three, yes, any day of the week.
Okay. Who's Next Less is coming up at 4:30. And today, we bring back the random Would You Rather question, 206-803-ROCK, as we give you a Would You Rather, ironically enough, as we've been doing this now for a few months. One of the big topics and things that people were talking about online was the debate about 100 men or one gorilla and who would win a fight. All right?
And a fight, okay.
So basically the idea is you got one gorilla, got 100 dudes. How's this going down? It's been on social media. It is the thing right now on social media.
Is it?
Well, it was for maybe Tuesday,
I
Sunday.
just haven't heard about it.
No, I mean, Hawk Tua, all these things last 3 or 4 days, and then they go away. But, look, we have brought up these things before. As far as would you rather fight, 15 8-year-olds or maybe take on 25 6-year-olds?
Yeah.
In theory, you just got to think. You got to think this through. So a number of different people started talking about this in itself as far as the argument. Now,
100 grown men versus one gorilla.
All right. Like a lot of things in life, you have special forces. All right. So typically, if there's some stuff going down, you're going to send in your best first.
Yeah.
Now, these are the people more than likely that are going to face the combat. All right. Now, if you're laying back, you know what I mean? You run up at the end, throw in a jab, whatever. Okay. You're not. I mean, yes, there are 100 of you. But there are some people that go in and really get involved that actually get the job done, right?
I don't think to get the job
That's
done.
not me. So I think 50 dudes are not even helping.
In my mind, it is this simple, right? I thought about it, and you could go through all this stuff in your head, will the gorillas start getting exhausted, blah, 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 there are 100 of us. I asked myself, would I be comfortable being one of those 100 men? And my answer was a flat-out no. I said, no, dude, you're one of 100 guys.
Right.
I don't feel comfortable, so I'm taking the gorilla in this fight, man.
Okay, so gorilla experts, they have had the time now, and they're finally chiming in. This is from Forbes, I believe. It says, a gorilla would come to the fight boasting more physical strength, a much stronger jaw muscle, and thicker skin that is actually tough to penetrate. Adult male gorillas, silverbacks, so to speak, they can weigh more than 400 pounds, estimated to be about 4 to 10 times as strong as a human being. And basically what the gorilla experts are saying this, it's just an issue of sheer numbers, adding that the human capability to strategize, coordinate, and multitask, that would lend an advantage the gorilla might not be able to overcome.
All right, how much time do we have to prepare for this?
If it was surrounded on all angles. Now, they are, and typically, believe it or not, as far as animals of that size and strength and that species, they are known as the gentle giants, even more so than an orangutan. You'll see videos of photographers out and silverbacks and gorillas will come up with their offspring and they'll just walk right by.
But you're attacking it. That means nothing.
I understand
if you attack it, I get the feeling he's going to have it's going to be like your drunk uncle.
That's exactly what they say. Look, these animals are not easily provoked, but if you do provoke them, they are not really gentle. They're going to fight back to defend their family.
Yeah.
And there's a reason they say
most mammals.
They have their size and strength. It's for a reason, and it's to use it, but only, they're like Karate Man. You only use it when necessary.
All right.
Like you're not allowed to.
So gorillas are gorillas just to protect
family. Walk in and punch someone because they know they're bigger, and that's not cool. It's like Karate Man. He knows he can't just get in a fight because he knows the karate skills. But if someone comes at him, he can be Karate Man.
So you're telling me gorillas?
The gorillas are the same.
Are only big to protect their family. Otherwise, there's 0 point at all. So maybe are they like a family that was bullied? Like, are you the nerds that people pick on your family than most? Because, a monkey doesn't necessarily get super big, but you might F with the monkey family. So what was it about gorillas where evolution said, look, I don't know what it is about you guys, but like the entire animal kingdom picks on you guys. Dad's got to be big.
Now, Stacy Rosenbaum, she is a professor of anthropology
Not a gorilla.
at U of Michigan there. Teaches about primate behavior. So she says that additional problems a gorilla would face in this situation would be certainly getting tired, probably fairly quickly, because gorillas are not endurance athletes. Believe it or not, humans have better endurance than the gorilla. So although we lack the strength, we have more endurance.
We can't challenge them to a fight and then run.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So gorilla, no 5K for you, but maybe be able to go around.
The build of a gorilla doesn't say distance runner.
And it really does not.
I'll just get in some hokas, make sure. Rosenbaum also said a viral...
I have hokas. My body doesn't say distance runner.
I'm wearing mine right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Somebody posted on X demonstrating human approaching the gorilla in waves of a few at a time and said that this would probably be the best way to do it. So,
well, again, just one small detail here. Even if you're correct about that strategy, do I get to pick which wave I'm in?
This is you're just trying.
I'm picking maybe second to last.
You're trying to wear the guy out. All right.
Right. What wave are you willing to go? Hey, Miles, you're in the first wave.
So he's, so like anything else, it's kind of like Mayweather. He's got to save as much energy as he can for the first 4 or 5 waves and then, come on at the end. So he is a guy that if he's going to win this fight, he has to save his energy.
But again, I believe that. But who's in the, say, first 6 waves? You said we're going to do this in 12 waves. I go, all right, then put me in 11 or 12, man.
Now, why some people say, look, he's going to be severely outnumbered. But you have to remember this. If you ambush this gorilla, there's going to be at least 10 of y'all that's going to die. That's basically what they say.
Right, right there. You got a 1 in 10 chance of dying.
Right.
Really, that's it.
But they say, look, man, more than likely, humans would definitely win, but it would not be without casualty.
Yeah, there's no way.
That's all you need to know on that.
All right, so would you go in with that? I say, Miles, listen, we got a gorilla. You can surround him on all sides, so it's not cornered, right? You got a 10% chance of dying. Well, we're going to spin the wheel to find out what wave you're in.
I believe the wave is the most important thing. So where you get picked, let's look at it.
Yes.
Let's look at it in Squid Game's perspective, okay? If I unfortunately pick, there's balls bouncing around. If I get 1,
you're dead.
My chances of dying go up. For me, it's going to be 6 or up, could possibly. But also, too, you need to finish the job. So it's a double-edged sword. You're either going to die or you need to kill this guy. You need to strike something. You need to get the job
done. But at the point that I even have a chance of taking out the gorilla, I'm clearly at one of the last waves, and the first however many waves have done their job. Like, that's going to be the easy part, man. You get 1, 2, or 3. You're in the wave. You're here to exhaust him. You're meat.
Also,
dude.
you're witness to what you are seeing before it's your turn. Okay. So that's, to me, that's the tough part to psychologically
You can die and know nothing, or I can live to tell the horrible story. Yeah. I will tell the horrible story. Look, everybody wants to be bitten by a shark, right? Because that's not that you want to be, but that's the cool Scar.
Yeah.
In this case, okay, Ted, you wanted to roll into the bar. We call you Scar, if I remember that correctly. You've been attacked by a shark. You showed up. Now, I got to one-up you, and that's unlikely. Anyone can one-up your shark story, but I say, man, I was part of a 100-man crew.
Yeah.
That had to fight a gorilla. Now, my buddy Miles, you never got the chance to meet him. He was in wave 2. He was dismembered, and it's this horrible visual. I was in wave 10. I took him out. It's all good. I got a story, just like Shark made.
I think we just send in, Eddie Hall, Aaron Donald. Just these massive men that exist.
The first
already.
guys?
Yeah. Just body him. I'm not sending in, no offense to our
What about
military,
what about the old
but
guy?
I'm not sending in our special teams without weapons, right? Like you look at
Get Miles Garrett out.
Like I've known a couple Navy SEALs. Like their physical stature will not intimidate you.
No.
Right? But
Those
they're
are
super
150
tough.
pounds.
They could fight. Right. But I'm saying, I'm going out, like, you know who Eddie Hall is, right?
Yeah, you're going to bum rush the thing first.
Right. It's saying Aaron Donald,
Dwayne The
throwing
Rock
DK,
Johnson,
like just the biggest individuals he can find.
Okay. So basically, NFL defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Well,
Or heavyweight UFC fighters.
One guy.
What do you think he's really going to do, though? Because the body thing I get, right? You guys are going to this gorilla. You are the first wave. And I get it. They got a lot of meat. They know how to hit to try to take you down. I know it's a gorilla. I feel like the fighter, based on what the gorilla expert said, like, you can land the best kick or punch you want on this thing. It ain't going to do nothing.
This is where I believe your only chance is hitting the button. Because I believe any type, any type of kind of hold that you could do, they can out-strengthen you. Sure. So you think you got them in any other hold, a fighter would not be able to get off out of this. You would definitely submit them. They would tap out.
So you're looking for the gorilla button.
Gorilla doesn't care. You got to find that gorilla button. And apparently gorillas have very small penises. Mm-hmm. So even if you tried to kick him.
Well, that's the thing. Apparently.
I know, but let's not bring that up before we fight with him.
Well, no,
he's already angry.
No, it's a bullseye of opportunity.
Sure.
If I can grab that thing, man, squeeze it, look him in the eye.
But I'm with Ted, though. If we're sending, 10 waves of 10 people, okay, that first wave, you're going to have Aaron Donald working the body while you got Brock Lesnar in a rear naked chokehold on the guy beating on his head.
That's what I'm saying.
on
That
his face.
chokehold's not going to help.
Well, you got him.
Have you seen Brock Lesnar?
You've got 10 people.
Even the
going
gorilla
after-
would be like, damn.
Dude, Brock's a great call.
Exactly.
You
send him in
smell.
there. And honestly, I wouldn't have Brock doing the rear naked choke. He needs to be working the body as well or working the head. Like, you need somebody who's just cutting off the air supply while others are batting the living crap
You know
out of
what?
the guy.
Now, I'm
and then you got
rethinking-
Miles just sitting there just doing straight shots
I'm
right through the
rethinking the
legs.
strategy.
I'm talking hitting the button.
I'm aware of the
knock
button,
him, knock
dude.
him out, and then
We
you
got to
need 10
send in
people
smaller
in
guys
tandem.
first. You got to send in smaller guys first to occupy the gorilla. Then I think we send in our
Now
linemen.
he's going to dispatch him too
No,
quick.
looks, man, if you send in your lineman first, he's going to take him out. And that's our best shot of mine.
Yeah.
I send in a wave of 15 guys first to distract the gorilla. But right behind him are my linemen. All right, because he's a little off balance because he's scrapping with the smaller guys. I'm telling you, the gorilla would make mincemeat.
No. You got
to send in the big guys
send in the
first.
big guys first, right? Think about it like a battle, right? You don't just send the Marines in. We're going to bomb that city. That's right.
Sure.
Artillery
I'm
first.
using drones.
Heavy hitters, right? Artillery.
Right.
Bomb that city out. Then we'll send in the troops.
You got to play chess with this
So
thing.
we got to send in the
My
big boys.
chess match is the distraction,
Our
man.
heavy artillery is these big dudes.
But yours isn't a distraction. You're just sending all the pawns to go after the queen. Like, she's just going to take them out one by one.
All right.
Because my guys, they're attacking the gorilla while it's distracted. We're not waiting for this gorilla to dispatch the
Correct.
15 people I have sacrificed to the gods. Because there's no, you're
So
going
you
to
said
die.
like 3 out of the 10 of the first wave are small.
I don't think so. I think the gorilla can blow. I would say that gorilla could rip through probably 5 or 6 guys in no time. That's why I'm sitting 15, occupy it, then hit this thing off balance.
Everyone walks up with a banana. Very, very slowly.
God, Miles.
All right? And we act like everything is really, really cool.
Miles has opened up his
Kobe
survival
said
kit.
it. So now we peel the banana. He smells the banana. He thinks everything's fine. Bam! And everybody just comes in at once.
Bam, where?
Everybody, just one time. Because he's going to be distracted looking at all the bananas. And he thinks he's going to get a banana.
They don't eat bananas, they eat berries.
Oh.
But you need to establish who's hitting what. Like, all right, Miles, you're going
You
for the
telling
button.
me that a gorilla
Steve, you're
wouldn't
going
eat
for
a
the back
banana?
door. Ted, you're going for
The
between
back
the legs.
door?
Yeah.
I'm not going for the back door.
You're trying to tell me
I'll go for the back.
Like right in there,
What
dude.
about this? What if we just send all 100? We're in a circle.
Eat berries.
All 100. We're just surrounded, and we all just go into once.
Yeah, that's probably the best move.
Better than a wave?
Yeah, better than waves.
All right.
Just send them all at once. And then you dogpile the guy and just beat the living crap out of him until you smother him.
Basically, scientists have said the answer to the question is yes, the numbers will win, and the humans, whatever, there will be casualties.
Congratulations, humans.
You got to break his teeth.
100. Well, the one I want to know from the gorilla experts then is what is the minimum number of humans you would need?
Could 50 dudes do it?
Right, you're saying there'll be some casualties. You go, all right.
And with
Say
them
we
saying that
send
there'd
in
be about 10 of
75.
us that would go down. So
Out of
that-
100.
Out of 100, right. So that tells me that 11 people could do it.
They also debunked the theory that you could wear a motorcycle helmet because one buddy said, basically said, post this, I'm wearing a motorcycle helmet, that way my head
That's
does not
cheating.
get-"
Oh, he'd squish your head.
That's exactly what they said. They
Oh,
said,
really?
pop your head off like a zit inside that helmet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they're 10 times as strong.
Or he'd try to take it off and he would just take your head right with it.
Yeah.
So would they go for our heads in general then, or do they just target people with helmets on? Because you're just telling me now I'm going to get my head popped.
I think he's just swinging it. I think
You
he's
think?
just, oh, yeah. I think he's just trying to take as many as he can out first. That's why I'm saying get those big dudes in there.
What if he did a leg sweep? Would we be like, oh, no.
Nah, his
This is a fighting gorilla.
Their legs are too squatty to be able to do that, man. They can't get out that far.
I would say it would be kind of funny, like all this stuff, and then the gorilla's like, no, I'm just using jiu-jitsu. I don't even have to hit you.
Right.
He's just tapping people out, single leg shots.
This is Gorillian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows Muay Thai.
Right, like we didn't know this.
What?
But he's been training with one of the Gracies.
about
And
to
you're
say
just
he's
like,
with
you
Gracie.
gotta be kidding
I
me.
read the internet too, dumbass.
Yeah.
Random Would You Rather question coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Funk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Looking for a job is lonely. Endless searching, phone calls that go nowhere, applications that vanish into thin air. What if you could link with dozens of local companies who are hiring right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, endless opportunities, and no fees ever for job seekers. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscox.
We turned it around. Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know. Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
You're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
It is Random Would You Rather question, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Mike, welcome to the program. And the Random Would You Rather question. All right, Mike.
Yes.
This is a little bit of this is a weird one, but would you rather find out that your significant other is having sex with your teenage kid, or your significant other has run off with your mother or your father? In this case, you know?
Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that you take it well. I'm expecting that's the reaction, that laugh, no matter what.
So would you rather find out that your significant other is having sex with your teenage kid, or the other person, your significant other, has run off with your mom or your dad?
I think the kid would. I'd rather have that. It gives me something funny to laugh about.
So, mom and dad not funny? Well, I mean,
one day we'll look back at this and laugh. I'm mad now.
What would you feel bad? Because look, okay, you're married to your wife. You come home and you find out she says, "Hey, I'm leaving you for your dad."
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, in that case, they were. Well, yeah, significant.
So,
other,
yes,
so.
you're saying. So you come home. Your wife said, "Hey, I'm out. I'm leaving." Instead of your being your 16-year-old son, she's leaving you for your dad.
Yeah.
And you're thinking to yourself, why? Like the kid, I can almost get for whatever reason, because
sure,
but their dad, Your dad? The guy who won't even get off the couch?
So you're taking the kid?
The guy that's never... Well, I'm just saying, I don't know.
No,
what,
in this situation, I would go
I'm
with the
not
kid. I don't know that I'm going to look back at it and laugh so much, Mike, but I hear what you're saying.
I'm taking the
with that.
parent every time.
Really?
Yes, because they're not going to be around as long. My son, on the other hand, or my daughter, they're going to be there for a while. And for me to continue to have a normal relationship with them in life, I do not need to know that.
Right.
So, yeah, I definitely would take the mom or the dad or the elder in the
They ran off with your spouse or
Correct.
whatever.
Correct. I know that I'm not getting an inheritance anyway, so it's not like I'm losing anything or anything to gain.
What are you thinking, Ted? You walk home to this. It's one or the other, right? I mean, they both suck. You're not happy.
You know what? I got to go with Miles on this one.
You're taking...
Just because the parent, like my mom's going to age out.
Right.
Which is horrible to say.
I know.
But Miles has a point.
Yes.
No, you're right.
Your kid is not. If you have a kid,
at best,
they're going to
I
be
have
hopefully
10 years with my mom.
Correct.
What do you think, Mike?
I am also with them. Like I get remarried, whatever, and now my next wife goes off with my dad. That for whatever reason, the kid feels like even more of a betrayal to like more people. Like,
but you got to work with your dad.
But I don't necessarily feel
I do.
betrayed by my kid as much as I do my wife.
Because the thing
You
is,
know what I
that
mean?
Ultimately, that's the betrayal, no matter which way.
The way that I look at it is that if
It
she
is,
goes,
but my dad betrayed me along with her, right? And I'm
Right.
like, dude, I'm a grown ass man. My kid, I'm like,
That's
he was 15.
gross.
It is gross, but that's on her.
Right.
15-year-old kid, I'd have been like,
Hey,
I
look.
mean, exactly, and that's where my mind goes. Is that from me standing now, if I'm the 15-year-old kid, like hell yeah, let's go. But being that I'm the dad in the scenario, like
Yeah.
that's gross. Whereas with my dad, it's like that's weird. But all right, fine, do it.
I'm not assuming that the dad. I'm picking this just based on the time. So, like, I'm not
that you have to deal with.
I'm not
this.
saying my dad did me wrong on this one. I'm just picking him because I'd rather have a longer relationship with
your kid.
with my kid. That's all.
I feel like I
So,
can have a relationship.
I would be
with
like, Dad, how could you do this? I'm just out of the scenario. You're just the one. You know,
I'm still picking my kid. I feel like we will work through this, and on some level, I understand. My issue is with the wife.
Okay.
Purely,
All
this.
right.
We're with my dad. I'd be like, dude, really, man? I mean, really? I don't know why. Because I feel like my son would be the same way with
yeah,
me. Like,
I understand
dude.
logically, but
Yeah.
but for me, I just know that it would be longer of a period of time with my child than my parent.
It will be, but like I said, I feel like we worked through it. And to that
Because-
guy, the caller's point, I think at some point we look back and laugh. I'm glad
If
she's
I
out of
was a
her
kid, I'd
life.
still be like, dude.
Yeah.
Alex Von Yates, 35, awaiting a criminal trial for the alleged statutory rape of a minor who was visiting his father in Florida for a summer vacation last July. A husband caught his nurse wife in the act with his 15-year-old son. The woman claimed the child victim looked like his dad downstairs when he was younger, so to speak.
That's her quote.
Basically, she said they had the same build, but his skin downstairs was younger.
And she was saying that to her husband as the kid was bailing out when they got caught.
Like she's trying to make him feel better about the
Why
situation.
did she know what his downstairs even looked like?
They were already having sex.
Right. Okay. That's
So she's saying, like, after the fact, well, but to your point, you're telling this guy this, like, yeah, but you had to see it to know.
Right. The kid's mortified
He's
that his
15.
dad. Right.
Yeah.
The kid's mortified that his dad walked in, so he bails out, and she's explaining herself to the dad, like, "Man, he looks just like you down there." Like that's not comforting.
When Yates' husband walked in on them, she reportedly told him that the teenager reminded her of him in his youth. Now, as Yates prepared to face the consequences of the crimes, her nursing license has been revoked in the state of Florida. Nurses are placed in a position of trust. You don't, nurse people, you don't have to explain this. Right. Ms. Yates' decision to engage in sexual activity with a minor child. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
All right. That's why she's not a nurse anymore. On the evening of July 26, Yates tucked her two children into bed before spending time with her 15-year-old stepson on the couch. They reportedly shared a THC vape, played video games, and watched films while his father, who was a lineman for the county, Marion County, drove the main roads. She complained about the film being dull and confessed to feeling horny because she hadn't had sex in 2 weeks and was, she was menstruating.
A lot of people have watched Terrifier 2. They don't call it dull.
The pair allegedly got
Why
cozy.
again?
why would you have a conversation with a teenager about your sex life?
Because you're setting it up.
Yeah, you're right. I know.
That's entirely what this is.
It's not like, this is already bad.
You read this whole thing, she is a major predator.
Okay, Ted, you're going to have to help me on this one because the story is from obviously Florida, but this story was written for the Sun in the UK. So it says the pair allegedly got cozier with a 15-year-old kissing Yates on the neck before they started snogging.
Kissing.
Making out.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Snogging?
Isn't that a sexy word?
That
hey,
sounds
baby, want a
awful.
snog?
That sounds like something when
It
you put,
really does.
You put your nose in some. Well,
Yeah.
forget it. She said, I wish you were 18 because you're not old enough. Yates then reportedly ditched her knickers, and the two engaged in.
Ditched her knickers.
They sang some songs,
Jeez.
karaoke, then full on.
Come on, England.
We get rid of that word.
She ditched her knickers.
Oh, now I'm hung up on snogging. Really?
After snogging, she ditched her knickers.
Did you snog her?
Not gonna lie, I first came to that word in the Harry Potter books. Because when you think about it, Harry Potter's just a wizard's high school, and so over in the UK they said, "Oh, the two was snogging." Like, okay, that's
I'm curious to know: has anyone read a romance novel written in England? Ooh. Right, 'cause it's always supposed to be sexy. This is not sexy after snogging.
So,
she removed her knickers,
and the two started snogging, right?
So the father comes home from work. He discovers his wife and son on the couch completely naked. Teen runs out of the house. Apparently overheard Yates telling his dad that the lad again was a spitting image of him when he was younger, downstairs too. The father, who was distraught, obviously, then drove his son to his grandparents, accusing the boy of wrecking his life while knocking back beers on the journey. Before the sexual misconduct, Yates is said to have tried various seductive antics and blatant come-ons toward the boy. Jeez. I bet everyone thought you were my little boy toy at the gym. As I guess they had gone there earlier. Look, that's all you need to know about that. I think that. She said that his bedroom skills were 7 out of 10. All right, well, man, she's checking all the boxes.
Why does she talk so much?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
My God,
and
man.
she made repeated advances at talking about her sex life and how horny she was all the time. Like, she set this stage for months.
Yeah.
But she even kept talking after she's busted.
Yes.
And we have the story of the 20-year-old Indian man accused of having eloped with his 40-year-old soon-to-be mother-in-law. 9 days before the wedding, I think we had this...
Who sucks less, I believe.
A few weeks back, that's right. The guy left his home claiming he was going to shop for wedding clothes. Later that night, he called his father to tell him he was leaving and to ask him not to bother looking for him. Around the same time, they noticed that her mother and all her savings had disappeared as well. Only the 40-year-old woman had not left a message. Yeah, she ran off with her soon-to-be son-in-law.
That's a weird one.
I'm not sure that there's been an update on that one. Random Would You Rather question, 206-803-ROCK.
Random.
Hello, Ted. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Okay. All right, Ted. I believe when we first started doing this, we had a Would You Rather question saying, would you rather end every sentence in, I do declare,
or something else?
And I'm trying to remember what the other thing was.
Could not tell you.
We had two options.
You go, girl. Yeah.
Maybe
You
it was
go, girl.
It was You Go Girl. Thank you.
It was Big Dummy. That's what it was.
Oh,
It was
that's
a
right.
poll
That's
out
right.
of 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. We have another one of those. Would you rather end every sentence with, and these are old school slang terms, can you dig it or home slice? So those are your options. Every single sentence ends with, can you dig it or home slice?
I already know my answer. It was instant. As soon as you said, can you dig it? It didn't matter what you said after that. It's like, can you dig it?
All right.
Yeah, I take can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I like can you dig it. Home slice is pretty good, though, too.
It can be. But I feel like if I'm in a job interview, right? If I call my potential boss home slice, maybe he gets upset. If I end it with, can you dig it? I feel like that's better. Like,
If
what's
I
your
go to-
prior
if I-
job
if I go to-
experience?
if
I
I-
got 15 years doing whatever this job is, man. Can you dig it?
If I go to a bar and I go, hey, can I get a men's room IPA and shot of tequila home slice? There's no question. But if I go, can you dig it? He'd be like, I mean, I don't care what you get.
I think they're both. Here's the issue: they're both dated, but not dated enough.
Ooh, okay.
Whereas, like, I do declare.
That's old.
That's
right?
so old.
Yeah, but
That's
if you
real
had-
old. You just sound like one of those weirdos. Where it's like if you came in and ordered that beer and we either said, "Yeah, I'll take a beer and a shot, can you dig it?" or "I'll take a beer and a shot home slice." I'm like, this guy's a freaking loser.
Yeah. Well, also, my kids do not know home slice.
Right.
I guarantee you.
No.
Have you ever heard home slice? What does it mean? And I'm like,
I'm going Candy Diggit. Because
Home-
Candy Diggit guy tells
I
me,
don't
like, all right, man, obviously this guy's a little out of touch, but on some level, this dude's cool. I feel like Snoop would roll up to you and say Candy Diggit. And you're like, all right.
Well,
that
Home
makes sense.
Slice, too, to be honest with you, I don't know anybody that said that. Like, I'm from the generation
Really?
where,
No.
like, Homeboy was massive, and it was always the parents who were like, I'm your homeboy, I'm your home slice. So, like, I don't know. I'm with you. If you got to take one, can you dig? It's obviously. It's like, I don't know that home slice was ever a term outside of trying to make fun of people saying homeboy.
Maybe.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
No,
Okay.
I feel. But Candy Diggit, I'd definitely take Candy Diggit. So I got the same order. Hey, man, let me get Mentor My PA. Candy Diggit.
see, I like home slice.
You like Home Slice? All right.
I'm
Hey,
with Miles on
man,
that one.
seriously,
You're going
give me-
Home Slice?
I can make home slice sound better than I
Yeah,
can
you
make Can You
can.
Dig It
Give
sound.
it.
Yeah, let's hear this, Mike.
What do we have for dinner?
I'm looking
We're
at you
having,
right now.
We're having, oh man, I'm hooking it up. We're having meatloaf home slice.
Exactly. I don't, we're having meatloaf.
Because
Sorry,
if I say,
we're having
no,
meatloaf.
Mike,
if
go
I say,
ahead.
can you dig it?
All right, Mike, give us your best shot. Both
Yeah,
of them. All right.
we're having meatloaf. Can you dig it?
All right.
I mean,
All right.
it's
We're having meatloaf.
No,
home
but
slice.
that's a question. Now you ask me a
I
question.
make it too happy. I get that, but I can make it sound
I'm
better
going
than I
Can You
can.
Dig It.
I can
like
make
Can
it
You
sound
Dig
better
It.
than
But
Can You
Can
Dig
you
It.
dig it is head and shoulders better.
It
Can
really
you
is.
dig it
For
is
most
a
people.
question. So if you say I'm making meatloaf, can you dig it? I'd be like, I don't know if I can. I really would just rather go out. I mean, we can have meatloaf, but
Can I get a shot in a lager there, home slice?
Okay, but Home Slice is not my name. What difference is it?
there you go.
Let's go with Candy Diggit.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, home slice again. It just sounds like you're trying to be funny,
Right.
and no, like
It does sound
who-
condescending too.
And like, who are you making? Like I'm saying, like my dad would say it to me. It's like, no, that's not. Nobody says that.
I'll get the burger and fries, home slice.
What if your dad said Candy Diggit?
Yes.
I could picture that.
Because
Really?
the waiter goes, I don't know. You order whatever you want. That's
right.
I say, can you dig it?
But we do it already in restaurants. Like it's, I don't know why everybody does it. Can I get a blah blah blah?
Right.
Like it's not like the waiter's ever to go no.
Right. So Candy
you
Diggit.
cannot.
Same
Right.
thing.
Instead of you like properly.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like saying, can you dig it at the end of it? It's
I
like,
don't do
yeah, you
that.
probably like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I say exactly what I want, and then please.
Sure.
Exactly.
So I say, Mincer My PA and a Blanco Hornitos, please.
There you
So I
go.
don't say, can I get a? But
I'm
anyway.
with you.
I mean, it's not that you say it. I just feel like a lot of times people, you just end up saying it. Like,
course,
can I get
right.
this?
So, like, that's why it's on the menu, sir. I
Right.
mean, if you
So
really
you
want
know
them to
better,
respond
right.
properly, like, yes.
Can I get a shot in a beer? Can you dig it?
So the reason we asked the Would You Rather question, would you rather end every sentence with can you dig it or home slice? Someone asked on the internet, what outdated slang words or terms do you still use often?
All right.
And you can probably tell how old people are by the responses. So here are some of the responses that people still use old school slang. Gnarly, stoked, sweet. I don't even think sweet is because I'll go, oh, sweet, but I guess that is old school.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
I feel like people use gnarly when there's no other word to explain how gross something looks. Yeah. People don't just use gnarly all the time. They say, dude, there was a car accident. I saw a guy on a motorcycle get hit. It was gnarly. We understand. Otherwise, you're just saying, it is grotesque. Right. It was bloody.
So word sick. You use peace.
Peace.
You're the only person I know who uses peace.
Yeah, man. Can you dig it?
I use groovy every once in a while.
Yes, not every once in a while. You use it a lot, Miles.
Ooh, groovy. Dude, regardless of gender or era.
Yeah, I use that all the time.
Same.
Tight.
No.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
You use okie dokie?
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess I've heard you say that.
Okie dokie.
All right, if you say it,
I feel like okie dokie is specifically condescending, right? Because you'll say, Miles can say, hey, man, could you do this for me? All right. Castle wants me to do something that I'm supposed to do for the company, that kind of thing. Hey, man, I really need you to get on this. Okie dokie. It's definitely my way of saying, this is my middle finger, but I'm acknowledging that I must do this.
I do more okie doke rather than okie doke.
Okay.
I'm on it, boss.
Here's some more outdated
Okie
slang.
dokie.
People say they still
Can't
use.
wait.
Now we're cooking with gas. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Da bomb. Or it's bomb.com.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Hella.
If you add .com to anything, you should get punched.
Even when that was
it
big,
.com?
even when that was big in the late '90s, again, that was a certain sect of people that were just like, nope, nobody's saying that.
What's up, homeslash.com?
Right, like something could be the bomb. This food's bomb.
Hella. Hella's done. They say, well, as far as being old school, it's now outdated. Hella. When we got here,
That
in
was a West
2005,
Coast thing too.
Man, oh man.
That mean you won't say it. Just know it's dated.
Yeah, it's been 20 years. Whippersnapper.
Jesus Christ.
Well, sure.
Is there anyone alive?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, there is. Because we read the story last week about a woman who was a waitress and I think it was in Pennsylvania, And the family was there, and the reason she had back issues, and they asked her something.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, I'm better know these are little whippersnappers. Anyway,
Yep.
that's the last time I've heard that word. But anyway, they set up a GoFundMe fund for her. She was able to retire. She was in her 80s. So it was the end of the story was cool, but she did use whippersnappers.
When's the last time you heard someone use the word rascals? My aunt uses rascals. She's religious. She will not cuss, right? She just does not cuss. But if there's a group of people that she really, really hates, you might even use a slur or something. She hates them that much. They're just rascals. I don't like those rascals that do blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, what you call rascals, I call mother effers. But I got you.
Outdated slang words people still use. Smell you later. I don't think we ever
my
use
God.
Smell you later. Oh, snap.
We definitely use smell you later.
Smell you later?
Well, remember, that was also part of the Fresh Prince intro.
Yes.
It was very, popular.
Totes. Never use totes.
Yeah, that's a little more recent.
I hear it
Kinda
with my
came and
wife
passed.
and her friend, but it's about Total Wine and More.
Nice.
Oh, that's totes?
Look, it took me a second to get their lingo, so they'll talk about, hey, we're going to go to Totes. And I'm racking my brain. Total Wine and More. What's the other one? Gross Out.
Mm-hmm. Grocery Outlet.
Grocery Outlet, yeah.
Nice.
Golly.
Golly?
Golly.
Does anyone say golly?
I don't know. Is this the right pronunciation? Noise?
Noise.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that one.
That's outdated
I
slang.
feel like you do that when somebody F's
Noise.
up. Like somebody drops a tray of glasses. Noise.
Or when someone just shows you something that's just cool. And, I got a buddy who just showed me like a weapon that he just bought. I was like, nice.
My son does that every once in a while. Like, I'll show him something, like the draft, right? He was happy about a Ravens draft pick. He's like, that pick is noise.
I'll still say nice in text all the time. Like, Mike texted me a picture on vacation. He was in Nashville. I was like, nice.
But you say nice, not
Yeah,
noise.
nice. But I don't put a no in. Interpretation is. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Jesus.
I still call people cats occasionally.
I do that every once in a while.
I say bananas way too much. I use bruh and slay. Right on.
When do you say slay?
Oh, these are just comments
No,
from the internet.
that's not Miles saying he says.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, what?
Like the other ones I kind of let go. I was like, I have never heard you come in and be like, did you see Gaga? Slay.
No, this is somebody, these are comments from people on the internet.
all right. I was like, damn, Mom.
These are outdated slang words.
What are you doing
that
when you're
people
not at
use
work?
I'm slaying it, man.
God damn. His daughter's coming over. Hey, slay, girl. Yeah, exactly.
12 condoms a week, Ted.
Slay.
Slay, girl.
Yes. Yes.
Also,
I can't even make fun of it right.
One horse
go,
open
yeah.
sleigh.
Yes.
Jeez Louise on here.
She's Louise.
Jesus.
Where's your hit? No one says it.
She's Louise.
That dude says it a lot.
Well, he was on TV, right?
Yeah.
So you got to kind of use that stuff.
Giant ass spider that was over the traffic cam.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
Like,
right. He was the journalist, right?
my reaction definitely, I might use a phrase on the air that I would never use in person, but I can't just say OS.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he was either doing traffic or weather or something like that, and they pinned the camera that shows whatever it is, and there was a giant ass spider. Jeez Louise.
Oh, man. I think the hardest would be probably maybe okie dokie as far as entering a word or phrase. Yeah. I'll take a midterm IPA and a tequila. Okie dokie.
Yeah,
How do
it's
you
more
do
of a
it?
response to people
Correct.
as opposed to a period at the end of a sentence.
Right. We're ending the sentence with this, right?
I think sick would be just sick or
Let me get
gnarly.
him.
Can I get a burger and fries?
Sick.
Well, you'd have to.
That actually might work.
If you say it like that.
That might work.
You could mix that one in, too.
What's that?
Like, I don't know. I'll be like, yeah, let me get a Medrum IPA, shot of Jameson, and a slice of that sick ass meatloaf.
All right, what about this? Why don't you go back, Mike, Miles, go back in time a moment. You proposed to your wife. Oh. Will you marry me? Sick. Nice.
Nice.
Our arrow would be like cool beans.
Will you marry me, home slice?
Yeah.
Slay, Mike.
Will you marry me? Can you dig it?
More of the random Would You Rather question coming up 206-803-ROCK.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
There is no better time to buy than right now at Bellingham Ford. Best selection in years. Employee pricing for everyone on almost every new car, truck, SUV or EV. Don't miss out on low interest rates and great lease payments. Highest trade-in values right now. Let us prove it. Free maintenance included with purchase of new truck, car, SUV or EV. Same day oil change service. Full service body shop and detail shop to make your vehicle look and smell like new. There really is no better time to buy than now. Call us at 360-392-7000 or visit us at bellinghamford.com.
Financing on approval of credit. All offers expire May 31, 2025.
Juvederm collection of fillers. I have lots of sides. My hands-on side.
My own the room side.
My expressive side. I have lots of sides. And every side is me.
Juvederm collection of fillers. For every side of you. Add volume to specific areas of the face to get smooth, natural-looking, long-lasting results. For more important safety information and to find a licensed specialist, visit Juvederm.com. That's JUVEDERM.com. Not for people with severe allergic reactions, allergies to lidocaine, or the proteins used in Juvederm. Common side effects include injection site redness, swelling, pain, tenderness, firmness, lumps, bumps, bruising, discoloration, or itching. There's a risk of unintentional injection into a blood vessel, which can cause vision abnormalities, blindness, stroke, temporary scabs, or scarring. Talk to a licensed specialist to find out if it's right for you.
If your kid thinks, I'm not a math kid, think again. With Mathnasium, every kid can be a math kid. At our learning centers, we customize math instruction for each student, so advanced kids get challenged and struggling kids get better. Visit mathnasium.com to find a location near you.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Hey, Saturday, Puyallup, the Daily Mix Morning Show is coming your way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're hanging for a free party. Sunrise de Mayo, what they're calling it.
Sunrise de Mayo.
Sunrise de Mayo from noon until 2 at the Red Dog. Unlike the radio host that we had many years ago that we knew from a different radio station, who had a quacky idea.
Oh, God.
For Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
What we're going to do, Mike, is we're going to get a sink.
Okay.
And we're going to fill it full of mayonnaise.
A sink of mayo. Oh.
Cinco.
This guy was very sad.
De Mayo.
I'm running into the office and he says, hey, man, this is what I do. I got a sink and I'm going to fill it full of mayonnaise. And here's his quote. Mm-hmm. You get it? I said, I do.
They're doing
get that.
Sunrise de Mayo. Noon until 2, absolutely free. They say bring the kids, bring the dogs. If you have any friends, bring them too. And hang out at the Red Dog from noon until 2. Again, that's a free party with the morning show.
We drinking tequila sunrises?
That would not be a bad idea. Saturday weather's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I know Sunday we're throwing we're not throwing a little party, but we're drinking with some listeners. So, I mean, you could double
it's
it
a
up.
private little soiree.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, they paid for it. Hey, man, we're helping Coats for Kids.
That is correct.
And they bid on our little drinking afternoon. They had no idea what they were getting themselves into.
Mm-hmm.
They will know it when they wake up on Monday morning. All right, let's see here. It is the random Would You Rather question, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brock. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Brock, welcome to the program. Here you go on your random Would You Rather. Okay, Brock. Would you rather enter every room by jumping through the doorway with an imaginary pistol drawn? You know that guy.
Right. Sure.
You know, all right. Or always make your orgasm face when smiling for a picture.
No. Oh, no.
So any picture you're in, you got to have the O face on. Or anytime you enter a room or any door, you have to jump through with an imaginary pistol and check the parameters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well, so that I don't even like my orgasm face. Not that I've seen it a bunch, but yeah, that would be a definite no on that one.
Nobody likes their own orgasm. It looks like when you're about to sneeze, you look your worst in spite of feeling your best, right? I mean, that's how that works.
I'm taking that one every time because I'm going to get shot the other way.
Yeah, no.
Look, it's me. Yes, if I walk into a bar I don't know, and I don't know, maybe I'm in Bismarck, North Dakota, jump through, someone's going to go.
No, they're going to look at you like a weirdo.
Yeah, you got a finger gun,
I got
dude.
finger gun, but they don't know that right away.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, we can see your finger.
I'm just not the guy. I'm the guy they never
Guns
see.
are the way to go. I
Busting through.
troubleshoot. Boom, boom, boom. You got to come in there. You own it.
I feel like that's easier to explain than the O face during the picture.
I would do the orgasm face because most of the pictures, if someone takes a picture of me and I'm aware of it, 98% of the time I make a face.
Sure.
So even if I just have to go orgasm face, it fits in with what I'm already doing.
Sure.
It's probably the worst face I can offer you, but I got hope to not have to explain it.
I still think it would be.
But that said, I would like to jump through the door with the finger guns.
That would be fine without the threat of getting shot.
Real quick, I wanted my son turns 21 today, so I wanted to tell him happy birthday on the air.
21.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do tonight?
What did you name him?
No, I'm meeting him up right now. He's being a pain in my butt because he's like giving me different places to take him out to, and it's like, come on, dude, where are we going? Let's go.
What's his name?
Elliot.
Elliot. Okay, all right.
What are
very
the
cool.
options? Where do you think about taking them?
Well, no, I was going to take him to the Elks and Ballard and stuff, but he wants to go to like Dave and Buster's, and I thought it'd be more fun to just sit outside on the deck and do stuff like that. But
Yeah, you're showing your old side, man. I would be right there with you.
no,
I'm right there with you, Brock. Like, look, man, you can go to Dave and Buster's with your friends.
Seriously.
But Dad, we're going to sit at the bar, and I'm going to tell you some things you don't want to know about me.
We're going to drink in the sunshine while we can. I'm not going inside right now.
Oh, yeah.
no, yes, and that's all good. I mean, it's his birthday, so I'm going to do what he wants to do.
That's right.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you go. Or what's the one in Ballard that has skee ball and stuff? Go to King's Hardware.
Random.
Actually, you know what's funny? My buddy, now granted, his son's 13, but him and his friends go to Dave and Buster's. Seems like every couple of weeks, and he's like, "It's great, man."
Oh, they love it. The kids have fun.
But he likes it too.
Because every once in a while, I'll leave the bar, you go to play a game, they're going to have a game that you like. Whether they're sitting on the motorcycle, shooting stuff, air hockey, ping pong, it's all there. I'm not as invested as they are, but like basically, when I get up from the bar, I'm going to go have fun. When I'm done having fun, I'm going to go get a beer. That is a win-win.
Yeah, the one in Bellevue hosts a lot of the Maryland alumni get-togethers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, solid place. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Justin, welcome to the program. The random Would You Rather question. All right. Justin, in this case, you are a dad. Would you rather your kid mess up a $57 million piece of art or your kid get you fined $350,000 from your workplace?
This is easy. I'm taking the art piece for one reason. There is zero chance I'm really going to be on the hook for it. Like, I understand. There's going to be some punishment. There's no doubt. But it's $57 million. Like, guys, you can do what you want. We all know damn well you will never get that money from me. As for work, they'll be like, oh, no. We'll take installments.
We'll take it out of your check.
Yeah, we will take it installments out of your check.
But then you have to say, I'm leaving the job.
Right, exactly.
If you wanted to skate it.
But you still got to pay the fine, right?
Yeah, or you might have to pay for the repair of the art.
It's got to be less than $350. I don't know. What are you thinking, man?
So the immediate thing that came to mind was that story about the drunk girl sitting on the toothpick chair.
Yeah.
And I can't get that out of my mind, but having my two boys do it. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, you're going to take the art piece. Well, I don't think she ever paid a dime. I mean, if
that's what I mean.
Proof to your argument. Yeah.
Because the one thing is, you'll get in trouble. It is bad press. There is all this stuff. But inevitably, a $57 million piece of art has insurance. Where if my work is coming after me, I'm just straight up on the hook.
The reason we asked your kid messes up a $57 million piece of art, or your kid gets you fined from work, $350,000. During what a museum spokesman called an unguarded moment, a child in the Netherlands damaged a painting worth nearly $57 million. Mark Gothko's gray, orange, on maroon number 8.
Oh, no, not that one.
Was on display at the Museum van Bloemendaal in Rotterdam. Rotterdam. Rotterdam.
God, I've heard a lot about that place lately.
Really?
Yeah, my buddy's kid's thinking about going to school in that town.
Okay.
I watch enough of those drug smuggling shows to know it's the number one port for ecstasy or MDMA to go through.
That's why the kid wants to go there.
Wow. Okay.
He is a DJ.
I'm just saying.
Oh, he knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know, Rotterdam. I'm just thinking
stuff
of
ever
His
done.
girlfriend is German.
Rotterdam.
Even better.
Per the spokesman, small scratches are visible in the unvarnished paint layer in the lower part of the painting. But even such superficial damage can have a big impact, they say, on painting like this due to the materials used and other factors such as lack of varnish. Restoration efforts are currently underway. The museum has not been given an estimate for how much that could cost. The spokesperson did say that the 1960 painting, which is 7 feet 6 inches high by 8 feet 6 inches wide.
Dang, let's get it done.
Is expected to be back on display eventually. Now, they do say other Rothko works have suffered damage in the past.
Damn, Rothko.
Including one that was,
Rothko P. Coltrane.
vandalized in London in 2012. And the museum in question is also no strangers to incidents like this. In 2011, a tourist accidentally stepped on Wim T. Shipper's peanut butter floor artwork titled Pinda Cavasalor and was asked by the institution to pay for the repairs. So people who have done damage
They
have
put
been
it on
asked
the
before.
floor. I get it. If you put an art installation on the floor and it's some peanut butter, if this is one of those modern art, I'm getting away with murder pieces.
Yeah.
I forgive them. On the wall, like Ted was very, very excited about yesterday, you know damn well you don't touch it.
Correct.
Now the other half of the story.
But and also that's a kid.
True. It's still $57 million. That's the thing. Like,
Jax Ulbrich, the 21-year-old son of Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, probably won't be involved in any more prank calls. NFL says they have fined the Falcons coach. It's by the time it's said and done, $350,000. Essentially,
The coach or the organization?
NFL says the Falcons have fined.
the organization, I believe, is finding the coach.
They are the Falcons have. Jeff Ulbrich.
So the
has been
NFL, I believe,
$100,000.
fined the coach $250,000, and then they fined the team $250,000, and the coach $100,000.
All right, okay. I see $350,000,
which the team will be taking out of that coach's
So
check.
the NFL is issuing a $350,000 collective fine.
Divided.
It's divided amongst the two.
Okay.
What is his position, coach?
He is the defensive coordinator.
Ooh.
I'm sure he makes a lot of, but honestly, dude, I don't know that he might not make like $350,000.
Oh, he makes $350,000. The defensive coordinator at UW almost makes $1 million.
Yeah, then he's doing all right.
Yeah, I think college coaches make more.
Well, then you're probably right.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I got to say for the record, I think that is 100% BS. Right? Did you find no organization got fined last year when it happened to Cooper DeJean or DeJean?
I don't know.
Did we find the other guy? I know it's higher visibilities. It's Sanders, but I don't know. Come on.
Well, Jack's the son. He was seated next to a friend who pretended to be New Orleans Saints general manager Mickey Loomis. So basically, Jack's got the phone number, but he wasn't the one doing the prank call.
All right.
He wasn't the one going, I got a hell of a set of tools or whatever. The friend said that Saints would draft Sanders, revealed the call was a prank. The Falcons said Jack's spotted Sanders' phone number on his dad's iPad, and he kind of just wrote it down for use later. We appreciate the NFL's swift and thorough review of last week's data explosion. That's according to the Falcons. Probably expected to say that we are proactive in addressing the situation. Initially, we have accepted the discipline levied to Coach Ulbrich and the organization. Sanders, by the way, said this. He wasn't bothered by it. for the most part. He said that the Sun, by the way, they said the Sun will do some community service initiatives, but he also apologized to everyone. He apologized to Sanders in a statement. Hey, what I did completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful.
Sorry, I grew up a millionaire and I'm about to get millions again.
I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish, childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments. Please forgive me, blah, blah, blah. And Sanders did say, hey, no sweat. No big deal.
Right. He said it on the live feed with his brother Shiloh like 10 minutes after that.
Yeah.
He's like, it's probably somebody's son, one of these coaches.
Because that's the only way
Also,
you
the
can get
Sanders
this number.
family, I've heard, should have hired an agent because the agent would have got you one of those special phones and numbers. It would have gone to the clubs that have interest in you.
Right.
He didn't have that. So then the NFL had to go and get the phone and number and give it to all 32 clubs.
Right.
So, like, the Falcons were never even in it. There's no reason they should have had that number.
Or, yeah. I was wondering why you don't have a burner phone in that instance.
I thought the
That's what
NFL
it
actually
is.
gave them
Yeah.
burner phones specifically for the draft. So if you got a call, it's not your mother going, did you remember to turn on the oven? It's, look, if that phone rings, someone in the NFL is talking to you.
Right. Correct.
And
So that's-
nobody else.
So, but generally, the agents do that.
Right.
Right. So let's say it's just us four in this room, right? All of us own a team, but only Mike and I have interest in Sanders. Then the agent would only give that phone number to Mike and I.
All right, let me ask you a
You
question.
two wouldn't need it. So that's what I'm saying. That's where people are saying they kind of fumbled this one, was that since they didn't have an agent, the NFL went, okay. We'll give you this phone, but we got to give your number to all 32 teams.
I'm hypothetical, but I'm one of those teams where I say to myself, look, I will always take the next best athlete in the draft, regardless of whether I need that position or not.
Yeah.
I have no plans to draft Sanders. I am now on the clock. How the hell did he get to the third round? My philosophy as a I don't know.
Because it depends. Look, that means there's
general
something-
manager is I need that guy's phone number now.
Because there's
So how do I
something
get
more
it?
to it than that. That means there's something that you, off camera, off the field, something personally where you are not comfortable with. Because you're right, you take the next best player, period. But if that guy drops that far, you kind of go, all right, this guy potentially.
Well, what I'm saying is I never would have picked him if he wouldn't have been available in the fourth round.
Yeah,
So
but
now I
again,
need that
he's a
phone number.
quarterback. So I'm with you. I like the philosophy you get to later rounds, take the best athlete. But, like, you already got a full quarterback room. You don't need him. And also,
in the
here's the
fourth
big
round,
deal.
right.
His when it got close to it, people were like, I think he's a better backup. I don't want to draft him as a quarterback. And then you start going, do I want this circus around? Right? Same with Tim Tebow. Most people don't want to hear this, but Tim Tebow, that's why nobody wanted to bring him on, or if they asked him to change positions, and he was like, no, I'm a quarterback. Well, nobody was going to bring him into the quarterback room, so there was going to be this massive circus around him.
For a guy who you knew would fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just at that position, anyway.
I mean, he did beat the Steelers in a playoff.
Yes, I'll always remember that.
I do. As a quarterback, wow, how does that?
I mean,
maybe we should say he was on the team that beat the Steelers in the
Look,
playoffs.
if I beat the Steelers in the playoff, I don't care. I'm talking about that for the rest of my life. That is my, other than the 2 national championships.
Yeah, whatever.
well, and look, Tim Tebow, I'll argue all the time, one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time.
Sure.
He just didn't have an NFL skill set.
No.
Like, I mean, look, people forget as we're so used to it, but Josh Allen played at Wyoming. They weren't good, but he physically has an NFL body and skill set.
And he's figured it out.
Yeah. Tim Tebow, not good.
I'm gonna
But
look it
could
up.
beat the Steelers in the playoffs.
Tim Tebow's stat line, though, I got to look it up for that game. It's something ridiculous.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I think he only
What
threw
I'm
the ball
saying
like
is-
3 times.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it's great. How the Steelers do in the playoffs? They lost to Tebow. I'm just saying.
He did it.
Hero in Baltimore. Hello, Seth. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Actually, that'd be T-Bang.
Seth, welcome to the program. And random would you rather question. Let's go with this one. Seth, would you rather have had sex with a goat, okay? But no one knows, and no one will ever know that you had sex with a goat.
You
okay?
talking to Seth who had sex with the goat?
Yeah. Seth, you had sex with a goat. No one will ever find out. Or you never had sex with a goat, but everyone believes and will not be turned around that you did not. So no matter what you proof, whatever you say, it doesn't matter. You are the guy that had sex with a goat, even though you didn't do it. So would you rather have sex with a goat, no one knows, or never, but everyone believes that you did?
Yeah, I'm taking the first option.
You're going to have sex with a goat? I'm right there with you, Seth. Like, look, man, I'm not proud, but nobody knows. As opposed to, dude, I never had sex with a goat. BS! Yes, you did. I'd rather live with my own personal guilt.
Well, what people know is what they believe. It doesn't matter what the deal is. I mean, you can't, no matter, look, Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens, his life was ruined because he went to an X-rated movie theater.
And did what people do there.
And he was in the theater by himself.
Yeah.
You got to remember, he was by himself. I want to say that an usher caught him or someone in the back who walked in or something like that.
It was a cop.
Yeah.
They would go there to, get bust.
Yeah. It's easy.
And he was there by himself.
Pun intended.
Doing his thing. Unfortunately, he was the lead of a children's show.
Yes. Right. So, that was the only thing.
But I mean,
because it was Pee Wee Herman, and he ended up doing fine. Riding out a couple years, come back, and people were happy to see him. I want to say it was like the MTV Video Music Awards or something. It was the first time he made a public appearance after all that stuff went down. He walks out, the crowd lost its S. Like, nobody cared. It was funny, it was a joke, but everyone's screaming and cheering for this guy. And he rolls up to the mic, and the first thing he says is, "Hearing the good jokes lately?" Because he was the only joke in town.
Well, and remember that he was in Blow, just as
Paul Rubens.
Right.
Sure.
So I think that helped him a ton, too. Then he started getting cast and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
By the way, I was wrong. TiVo had decent stats that game. I can't believe this. I forgot this. You know, it's referred to as the 316 game. Because you always see the signs. He always wore John 316 on his
John 316, yeah.
Right. So he had 10 passes for 316 yards.
Jesus.
Oh, no, he did not.
Now, wait. Let's be honest about this. Does that mean the quarterback had a good game or statistic? Because if you throw 10 passes and you have over 300 yards, your receivers are doing the work.
Yes.
Your you could have thrown a 7-yard pass and this guy ran another. So
but he's not, man. He's throwing bombs out there. He's dropping dimes.
Just bombs, right? It was 10, 30-yard passes.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. That tells me, good on him. But every time I look at those stats, man, he threw for 300 and some yards, and he only completed this many passes. I'm like,
who was catching
that's
out?
The receivers
who
doing
was catching
that.
out there for him?
Probably
exactly.
Hines Ward.
Nobody remembers.
Demaryius Thomas.
Demaryius Thomas.
Oh, he's okay.
He had 4 catches for 200 yards.
Basically, for 200 yards?
Basically, if I'm reading this right, they just ran the ball. TiVo ran it. They ran the ball. Then every once in a while, they would just chuck one over top. It's like, well, no, the safety is long given up.
Who do they?
on the long ball, right? It probably was Ryan Clark. At some point, you got to go, screw this.
Yeah.
I'm pressing the line.
Right.
There's no way he's going to throw it. And then a couple times he chucked it.
Damn, it's crazy that Thomas is not around anymore, too. I forgot all about that.
Yep.
More of the random Would You Rather question coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines non-stop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
$50,000 to $80,000 to repair and replace a broken sewer? That stinks.
Well, that's what you get when you buy an older home.
We don't have that kind of money. I mean, who does?
Well, don't wait until it's too late. Call Pinky's.
Pinky's?
Yes, Darlene. Pinky's Plumbing. They do everything plumbing, even sewer and drain cleaning. A little preventative maintenance now will save you a big headache later. Just schedule it at pinkysplumbing.com.
Oh, thanks, Ethel.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Want to travel like a savvy jet setter? No, that doesn't mean monogramming your passport. It means making smart decisions every step of your trip, which means knowing your options. Smart Travel unpacks the facts, like which booking sites actually save money, how to fly first class using points, and if that fancy travel card is a smart investment. All so you can save more on your next adventure. Follow Smart Travel from NerdWallet today and start traveling like a pro.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Looks like last coming up at 4:30 in the meantime. It is our random Would You Rather question. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Dennis. Welcome to the men's room.
Random.
Hello, Dennis.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
I got you, Dennis. All right, Dennis. This one is just for you. All right, pick one. Would you rather take your chances on a 60-foot fall to a street below, or take your chances in a plane crash?
I'd have to go with a plane crash.
You want the plane crash? What's your thought on this?
I just feel like there might be some chance that there might be a parachute or something that I could steal from somebody. I don't know. Or maybe
steal from somebody. That's where your mind. Not that they have given me, but that I'm going to steal from someone. I think, you've already set the scenario in your head. It's mass pandemonium on the plane. You don't care.
It just
You're
depends.
taking that little old lady's parachute.
In my mind, it just depends on how the plane crashes and how lucky you can be.
Well, we don't know. That's why you're taking your chances.
Well, I will take the plane crash.
Really?
Because I cannot deal with a free fall. I have nightmares
It's still
about
a free
falling.
fall, but it's in a plane, man.
I realize that, but
you
for
just feel better being inside of something.
Correct. For whatever reason, I don't experience it the same way in my mind.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Now, say it's a 747, right? Yeah, I got to think you take some comfort in the fact that you're not alone. Everyone is experiencing what you're experiencing.
Right.
What if there's just three of you in a small plane?
So, for an example, I think of it this way too. So a lot of people who fall off of a cliff, who are hikers or whatever in the area, all right, they will fall from a ledge 30 feet, boom, hit, then fall another 50, then This is just boom.
Sure.
So
how many times do you want to hit?
That's what I'm saying.
You're doing the Homer Simpson.
I don't know. The whole thing.
I just want to boom.
I want to be in a plane.
All right.
I think a plane is the best.
I don't think either one's
How far was the drop?
60 feet.
60 feet.
Or a plane crash.
Or a plane crash. The one thing about the 60-foot drop, this is my only defense of it, because I don't like either scenario, but if I survive the initial hit, I don't fear that I'm going to burst into flames. Nothing like that. Like the plane comes with so many other problems. There's the crash. Then there's the engines, the thing bursts into flames. And then there's getting out of the freaking thing.
I'm just trying to figure out what 60 feet is on a building out there.
Well,
so it's probably 2 lines down from the Optum side. That's 60 feet, right?
All right, so we're looking at a building across the street.
I'm sure that's Optum Healthcare.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 2 below the Optum.
Right, that's what I'm saying. 2 lines.
Man, I don't know.
No.
No?
No.
You taking a plane?
I'm with Miles. I'm taking the plane. I don't give a damn. At that height, no. I will strap myself into the doggone seat, assume the position, and hope for the best. I ain't falling from that crap.
What is the position?
You know what the position is. You sit in the seat, and then you head between the knees.
I just want to know if you knew
Kiss
the
your ass
position.
goodbye.
There you go.
Okay, but look. Okay, there's also other strategies. You know this plane's going to crash.
Here we go.
You know it's going to crash. What if the plane has a small bathroom in the back?
Okay.
I mean, maybe you go in there and you lock the door.
So? What's that going to do?
Because you're in a confined area. Maybe the back of the tail breaks
That's going to be
off.
worse.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe.
Is that on a smaller plane, that's not where the fuel is.
Okay.
But you're going to bounce around in there. I think you have a bigger.
Well, they always say you have a better
Miles,
chance
you
in the
have a-
back of the plane.
You have a better
Well,
chance
take
of
the back of the
You
plane.
have a better chance of crashing into the cockpit and trying to
Ted
land
and I
that thing
watch
on its
these
belly.
shows. We know the best chances in the back of the plane.
Not in the bathroom, though.
Right.
Your chances go through the roof because now you're bouncing around.
You're just
Right.
going to
I
be
don't
blue
know.
when you
Maybe I
die.
could just, you know what I mean? Like Spider-Man out.
Why
No.
not just the seat in the back row?
Lock in.
No. You're traveling at 400 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
sorry, dude. You're not that strong.
Okay.
What are you taking, Ted? 60 feet, plane crash.
I think I'm taking 60 foot.
All right. Here you go. That's good news for you, Ted. An 80-year-old woman from Russia, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of that place, can call herself lucky to be alive after falling from a window of her 6th-floor apartment and landing on top of a parked car.
So it does just happen in Russia.
That was my first thought. No one's trying to kill her, but this is the first time I've heard about a Russian falling out of a window and they didn't get pushed. But the flip side of that is this is the first person I've heard that survived.
What is going on with window? I know what a lot of it is. What I'm saying is, in general, this seems to be
easy break.
Okay, all right.
That's what it seems to be.
The accident occurred last Thursday as the unnamed octogenarian was cleaning the windows of her apartment. Now, a single moment of carelessness was enough to send her tumbling down from the 6th floor on top of a neighbor's car. The fall was actually captured by closed-circuit television cameras. It has been making the rounds on Russian social media ever since.
Yeah, but
there is video of this woman falling out of that frickin' window. Amazingly, mere moments after landing on the roof of the car, again, the 80-year-old woman, 80, manages to climb down and walk away. I don't think I know an 80-year-old person that can climb down from a car normally.
Right, just to get out of a chair.
Yes, I know 80-year-olds. She subsequently asked a neighbor for help and was admitted to a local hospital that ensured that she was all right. The woman, I guess it was her own negligence. Police confirmed that there was no foul play. They have to say that all the time there anyway. How she managed to not only survive the fall, but do so without any major injuries, especially at her age, they say, remains a mystery. Photos of the car she landed on show a sunken roof, evidence of the strong impact. I saw her lying in my car through the window. They said she was a neighbor from upstairs on the 6th floor.
He didn't even know who she was. Jesus. What the hell's that woman in my car?
What happened to car? Who is that? Then we have the story of 3 people aboard a small plane. They all survived after their aircraft slammed into the side of one of the highest mountains in Vermont.
What's the highest mountain in Vermont?
Mount Washington, right?
Is that Vermont,
New
New
Hampshire?
Hampshire?
That's New Hampshire. So it's Mount Equinox.
Mount Equinox. How many feet do you think it is? Vermont.
I'll
say
say
4,500.
Now I'll say 5,200.
It is not Mount Equinox, Miles. The highest mountain in Vermont is Mount Mansfield.
Oh.
How tall is Mount Mansfield?
They lied.
4,393 feet.
I said 45. I was close.
But
I
I
overbid.
One of the highest mountains.
Yeah. Salty Miles. Okay.
No, I read that wrong.
Okay.
Authorities received a report of the crash about 5 hours later after they crashed at 3:50 a.m. The survivors have not yet been identified. They were rescued a couple hours after that. They suffered 9 non-life-threatening injuries.
We know 80-year-old lady.
One transported to a hospital. They trekked through extremely difficult conditions, the rescuers, including 4 feet of snow and rugged terrain near the top of the mountain to get to them. Maybe the snow
other people are like, I survived the plane crash.
Yeah, but maybe the snow helped.
Probably.
Because when that plane crashed in the mountains in the snow where everyone ate each other.
In the Andes?
Yes.
Each other, yes.
Right. Where they make those candies. All 3 were evacuated to the hospital. One was airlifted to Albany Medical Center. Cause of crash not immediately clear.
The mountain. The mountain was the cause of the crash.
Maybe it's softer impact when you land in snow.
I'm sure it is. I'm still in a plane crash, man. Like, that's all good and well at the look. It's not about anything other than the leading up to the aftermath, right? Because no matter what we pick, we're already doing the past tense. So I could find out and be like, hey, the thing about the plane crash is that I was in the snow, but that brings me no comfort.
Also,
the 60-foot drop.
When you're
man,
a plane crashing into the snow, like it's not going to make it softer. Like, there's a certain amount, right? Like, people jump into water at higher distances than you would jump into ground.
Sure.
But also, there's a certain point where if you're high enough, like jumping into water is like jumping into concrete.
That's sure. You're in a plane.
You're in a plane. You're going. I'm just saying, you're going so fast. Like, that impact's still going to be brutal.
Yeah.
And I think about the movie The Gray, Mike. That's where my head goes. Now I've crashed in a plane, and Liam Neeson. Look, I don't know if it's a good movie or not. I just enjoyed it. The wolves show up.
Those dudes that survived that flight in the Andes, like, they're scarred to this day. They eat their buddies.
Well, I understand what happened afterward. What I'm saying is,
that's what you're saying. That might
survived the crash.
Yes.
The question is, would you rather?
Okay, but now you're eating your buddies. You survived. Now Miles has to be a cannibal. It's just us who eating.
I fall out this 60-foot window. It's pretty cut and dry. I survive or I don't. This plane crash, you could survive it. and then die.
You're going to be
of
lucky.
hypothermia.
But you're going to be lucky enough to land on a car in that instance. So if you land in a bush, you're going to make it?
Depends on
the bush.
If it's blackberry bush, it would suck.
Juniper bush? In.
All right.
Yeah.
Name another bush.
George.
Boxer. What is this called? Boxwoods?
Boxwoods.
Yeah.
Boxwoods.
That's a good bush. Yeah. Would you rather question 206-803-ROCK.
Phones at second S.
All right, I'll give you guys one. Would you rather be attacked by a red-tailed hawk or a swarm of bees?
Is this one red-tailed hawk?
No, actually, in this case, it's plural, I believe.
I'll still take the Hawks.
Well,
yeah,
of course, it's built into your name.
That's right.
He's the falconer. He just screams their names and they land on Mike's arms.
I mean, I know I'm going to get shredded, but bees is just too freaky for me. I can't do it.
Freaky?
Yeah.
How are bees freaky? They're just bees.
A minor phobia at that
Is this
point.
one? Is this one time?
Okay.
Is this what I'm
then
saying
I will
is-
be attacked by multiple
No, what I'm saying
hawks.
is-
Not all the time.
Right, because one of the stories is still ongoing, I believe. So would you rather?
I'm going to take the bees.
So you're getting one attack. You're getting attacked by a bunch of bees or a bunch of hawks in this instance.
Is it one hawk or
Don't
a bunch
you
of
hate
hawks?
needles, Steve?
I don't hate needles. Don't bug me at all. My wife hates needles.
Look at his body.
I mean, there's
There's
some.
a lot of people that are afraid of needles that have tattoos, Ted.
As many as thrills.
Yeah.
But I think there's a difference between a stinger and a needle.
Okay.
If bee stings were as big as needles, I'd be terrified. Here's my thought. I'm taking the bees. It sucks. It sucks, but they're not going for my eyes. They don't have talons. They can't. All they can do is sting me. And that's
Here
it.
are the stats. The tail of the tape. The red-tailed hawk, average weight, 3 pounds. Females, 25% heavier than males. Flying speed, 20 to 40 miles an hour, and they can reach 120 miles an hour when diving.
120 miles an hour.
Correct. Normal top speed of a worker bee would be about 15 to 20 miles an hour, and about 12 miles per hour when returning with nectar, pollen, or water. So
After they've eaten, sure.
that's correct. Well, so speed is not really a factor on this one, other than the fact that
You're
obviously
running away, though.
the hawks have speed. Well, correct.
So here's the thing. I'm swatting the bees and
the
I'm
bees are
running.
going to get. They will catch up to you.
No, I understand
You're not going
that.
to beat that.
I understand.
This is not a matter of running.
Just say you're running home, right?
You're just going to run way or another. That doesn't mean you're going to get tagged 900 times.
The thing with the bees for me is that they will outnumber me, and I won't be able to get an eye for where they're all at. The hawks, if there's like 2 or even 3 of them, yes, I'm still going to get torn up, but I can at least put up a good fight. Those bees, man, they're flying all over the damn place.
They are.
And I am covered, and I don't know where they are at any given moment.
I'm not saying it's ideal, but the bees, I just assume they're all around me. So you're swinging like a madman, as people do when they feel like there's a swarm of bees. But the hawks, look, man, they're setting up like a strategy to come get my ass. And you're telling me if he does a dive at 120 miles an hour, and he's all beak and talon, and for whatever reason hates my guts, I got a shot.
But you can see it coming. That's
Yeah.
right. Like that feeling that you have when you walk through a spider web and you don't know
That
where that
is
little
not the
mofo is
same
at.
feeling.
It is. With me, with the bees being everywhere, like I don't know where all these little bastards are.
Everywhere. I'm just saying. That's just me. What are you picking, Ted?
Oh, red-tailed hawk.
You're taking the hawks?
Yes, because I watched somebody the other day. They were like with a beekeeper,
All right.
but they didn't have the costume on.
All right.
They just had the bees all over him, and like it was fine. But he was at the end of it. They were like, "How was it?" He was like, "Super trippy." The vibration. He was like, "They didn't attack me," but he's like, "I still got stung like 12 times."
Okay. Real quickly, construction project comes to a halt after workers are attacked by predatory birds. They were in unwelcome territory. This happened in Texas. They do not say how bad the workers were injured, so we do not know the extent of the injuries. So basically what they just said was, then they get in the whole aspect of how you can't really mess with these birds because they're protected, blah, 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 blah. But they don't really say, they just say construction was stopped. They do not say how many workers were injured or how
By these
badly,
hawks?
Yeah, or how badly they were.
That sounds bad to me. We can't tell you how bad it was or how many people were attacked. That means a lot and bad.
Right. Yeah, but they stopped it because of the protected aspect of the hawks.
Yeah, sure.
I'm taking the hawks on this one.
Thank you.
Really?
Yes, I am not taking the bees.
Weird one here, Steve.
Okay, no, that's all right, man. I still feel okay with my decision. Hello, Joe Dredd. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Joe, welcome to the program. And random would you rather question. What do we have for Joe Dredd? All right, let's see.
I hope it's good.
Okay. We'll stick with the theme of animals attacking. Sometimes animals being being people. Would you rather, fight off a cougar that was trying to attack your dog, or just get into a random fist fight on vacation? So in other words, cougar's not after you. The cougar's going for you.
Looking for a job is lonely. Endless searching, phone calls that go nowhere, applications that vanish into thin air. What if you could link with dozens of local companies who are hiring right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, endless opportunities, and no fees ever for job seekers. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop-beep-bop, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Your dog, but you need to fight that cougar off your dog. All right. Or get in a fist fight while you're on vacation with a human being.
Well, I'm like any other dog person. I am a dog lover, and I do love my dog. But a cougar has...
Don't make it weird, man.
It has fangs. I'd rather get into a fist fight.
Okay, better chance you think of coming out unscathed.
Well, I'm not huge. I'm 6'3". I'm not huge.
He's also 60.
6'3" is tall, dude.
How old are you? 69.
Oh, no, but the thing is, I'm not 6'3" and 300 pounds.
No. Just saying 6'3" is tall. The average dude is not 6'3". You have a lot of length. All right, so you're tall, not huge.
Yes, thank you. Yes. But, yeah, you know what? I'd rather get in a fist fight because most of the time, especially if you're on vacation, if two guys start throwing punches, people are going to pull them apart. So the fight isn't going to finish.
Depends where you're going. They can't try that in Atlanta.
Okay.
They're going to pull their phone like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I feel like there's still a good chance you could end up in the hospital on a fight on vacation.
I do too, but I'm still picking vacation.
What was it? A cougar attacking your dog?
Yes. Yeah. All you're trying to do is get the cougar off of your dog. Okay?
I understand that
That's
part,
the
but we already have the end of the story, which is you end up fine because it's not after you. But in that moment, I don't know that I'm face to face with the cougar. That is not an experience I've had, nor do I want. I've been in fights, usually at the losing end. But I'd rather just do that.
What if it was a massive brawl instead of just a fight?
A massive brawl is easier because then you're just part of something. You're not on.
But you could
20
be
people
in a chair off the back of the head. Brawl tells me there's objects involved.
I'd rather be in a brawl. If it's vacation, people are taking pictures. I'd rather be part of a brawl.
All right.
There's multiple of us.
And of all the fights I've seen in my life, right? And you're talking, I've seen some bad stuff, especially in PG County. But I mean, it's rare that I've ever, that's like TV fighting.
Chair to the back of the head.
Yeah, it's, and honestly, it's kind of weird. It's in England. You see them tossing chairs all the time at each other.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I saw a guy get hit with a 40 once. Knocked him out cold.
Yeah,
But he was wearing out this dude's buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've told you. My buddy I went to high school with, he's a bad dude, right? Like, not in a mean way, but like he was a wrestler. Yeah. He's still a bartender, but he's like Mr. CrossFit, still wrestles as like Greco-Roman as an adult. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if he had a short temper or he was shorter. People would just say stuff to him at parties. And then he just didn't mind fighting because he was good at it. But one day we walked outside and he's wearing out this giant man. And the dude's like on his knees and he's giving him uppercuts. And we're like, let's call him Josh. So Josh, turn around. Dude hit him with a 40, knocked him out cold.
Yeah. Into that one.
Cold.
And that was at a funeral.
Cold 45.
Yeah. But Thrill's right.
Yeah. Would you rather fight a cougar off your dog or get into a fist fight on vacation? So the cougar story is out of Olympia, Washington.
The key here is that it's on vacation.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like if it's not on vacation, I'm taking fist fight every day of the week. But now I'm picturing me with family or I'm dating some random girl. And it's like, you got to be S to me. Like, Ted, you're really going to get a fist fight on vacation?
In Disney World? Yeah.
Come on. If I square up, Nick.
So a dog is recovering after it was attacked by a cougar in
knock your block off.
in Olympic National Forest. Lucas Rogers, his wife, and his dog Arlo. Oh, poor Arlo.
Arlo.
They're on a hiking trip on the Duckabush River Trail. Rogers said Arlo was...
I've done that before.
Duckabush laced to a tree.
Took down her knickers, and I had to...
Well, there's a trail. The couple were prepared to sleep. He started barking at something. He was whining a little bit. I didn't think anything of it. I got up and I was like, I'll probably bring you inside here for a minute, old Arlo.
He was barking and whining.
Then I heard my wife screaming, "Get off, stop." It was just a bunch of screaming. I don't know what's going on. Came running back, and the last thing on my mind was that he would be pinned by a cougar. Jesus. Rogers immediately approached the animal.
That's Arlo.
Wasn't a kid. Oh, that's Arlo the dog.
That was Arlo.
The dog. Had several wounds on his body, neck, and head. Rogers said the cougar was about twice the size of Arlo. About 80 pounds worth of cougar. So that's because the dog was 40.
15 pounds donkey. But 80 pounds
40 pounds Arlo, 80 pounds cougar. He's really tough. He literally is the champion of this. He got attacked. He was pinned to the ground. We got him off there, and Arlo is doing okay. Now, on vacation, they say things got hairy over the weekend in Texas after a Caribbean cruise. 24 people are now banned from Carnival ships ever again. Police reports that a massive brawl broke out at the port in Galveston after the cruise line's Jubilee ship docked on Saturday morning following a week-long voyage.
Jubilee!
Videos, do you think this built up during the week, or this just happened by incident at the end of the trip?
Do they say why they got into a fight?
Videos of the melee are now circulating online showing groups of people shoving, punching, kicking others in the baggage area at the Galveston terminal.
It started there.
Yeah, if it's in the baggage area.
Man, if it's in the baggage area, it's all about baggage.
The incident occurred in the debarkation area under the authority of U.S. Customs. So they're going through customs. And then right behind that, obviously, they're going to get their luggage. We're not going to tolerate such behavior. 24 people have been placed on our do not sail list, according to Border Patrol officials.
What they're not telling you is 1 on 23.
10 were detained. 1 was arrested. A 21-year-old from Chicago who admitting to shoving an elderly man. I believe he is facing first-degree felony charges. Also, someone got charged for injury to a child, elderly individual, or a disabled individual.
Jesus.
What are
you doing?
With a $5,000 bond.
Come on, have a little class, man. Damn.
One charge of a disabled individual, an elderly individual, injury to a child as well. Yeah, good times.
I don't care.
Who Sucks Less is on the way at 4:30, and we've got your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
Running a business can be exhausting. Building your website shouldn't be. With Wix, you can express your ideas, give direction, then leave the heavy lifting to AI. From site creation to branded content and images. Have fun with the details. Customize what you want the way you want. And manage your whole business from a centralized dashboard with expert AI tools. Build, scale, and enjoy the incredible results. You can do it all yourself on Wix.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive. At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
I don't know if you've heard, but iExcel is perfect for busy kids like me. It helps me practice everything we do in school. My mom calls it healthy screen time. I call it fun. Although, I guess I'm learning too. While other kids are rotting their brains out, I'm getting ahead in reading and catching up on math. iExcel actually makes math fun. iExcel works for busy kids and busy families like you. Start learning today at iExcel.com.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an Enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, Who Sucks? The last count up at 4:30, but first time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com. Oh, it's birthday time, brought to you by our friends at Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Tip responsibly.
Yeah. All the guys. My 33rd trip around the sun. Oh, boy, Ted, you got some stuff to do here.
Oh,
I can't think of a better way to celebrate than to hear you guys. You make my 100-plus mile daily commute bearable. I'd love it if I could get some dirty Germans, then Coach Ted versus Coke Ted, debating on how to make this my best year yet. The more unhinged, the better. Thank you guys for all you do. That from a lovely Sammy, who's 33. So we'll start with the Germans first.
Yeah, first of all, why do you commute 100 miles a day? But as I wrote a song for you, you might know it. I would walk 100 miles for you. Yeah.
I'll start with Coke or Coach?
Start with Coach.
Start with Coach.
All right, 33. You know what Coach will tell you? That's your Larry Bird year, all right? He wore 33. Larry Bird practiced hard, practiced a lot, because he was always worried somebody was out there practicing harder than he is. So let's start this year off good. Let's go in positives. Get up early, morning workouts. Just party, dude. I mean, you know how much cocaine costs? A lot. You're 33. You don't need a savings account. F that. Spend the money on the coke. Go out, have fun. Do whatever you want. Don't listen to that coach guy. He's a loser.
Oh, Coach has more to say. He called you a loser.
I'll tell you what, that cokehead over there is going to end up in jail in less than 5 years, broke and penniless by 40. Now shut up, Coach. You want no fun time a bitch in there. Do whatever you want. Have fun.
All right.
That's a tough one, man.
That is, man.
Those are two different voices of reason. And one's not a voice of reason.
One is not a voice of reason.
It's two different shoulders. It's a devil. It's an angel.
Well, imagine your devil's all coked up, too.
Yeah.
That's worse. Yeah. Right? It's not like the devil's being like, I don't know, maybe you should hang out with her one more time.
What else we got
Devil's
here?
about to give some real advice.
Oh, she misses you.
Guys, in the form of keeping it weird, can I get a 57th birthday shout-out with a dirty German speaking on sausage, a bong rip, an owl hitting the window, and an Alan Thick there with the uh-oh lookout. Stay cool, guys. That from our buddy one-hit wonder Wade.
Uh-oh, look out.
Yeah, one hit wonder Wade. It has been quite some time. I'll tell you what, I have a new bong for you to try.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It is a skin bong.
Yeah. So you know what's the good thing is there's a carve on the backside that you could play with, so you don't have to pull the slide out.
Yeah, just like that. That's not the bubbles. That's the sound of your lips.
I miss bongs.
There you.
I do.
Again, another T-shirt for Ted. I miss bongs.
Well, I live in apartments. Obviously, you can't just be ripping bong hits in there all
Sure you can.
Not with my neighbors.
Really? Oh, you can.
Sure you can.
You can put a towel underneath the door or whatever. Do like a motel room.
It would not work.
Okay. All the chills. I would like to wish a fellow
Sure you
school.
can.
Right, sure. I mean, look, when I lived in
exhaust fan in the
when I
back?
lived in Capitol Hill, sure. You know, to break out the bong, sit in the living room. You know what I mean? It was like an episode of.
Would you move to Idaho? What the hell's going on?
Again, I like them. They're very nice people, but they are basically in charge of the building. Everybody comes by. Even the people that run the office are a little intimidated by them. We get along great. We've only had one bad instance.
Okay.
But the way my building is set up, Mike's been there. It's just our two doors are right next to each other, and it's like in the bottom of a hallway. Yeah. And it's like old school doors. So, I mean,
you can't be ripping bongs.
Right. I mean, they're cool most nights, but I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I used to always be the afters guy. Like, come to my place. Like, I can't do that anymore. It's just loud.
No more bong rips, fellas. Maybe you should put that on your front door so they know what you're sacrificing.
Yeah,
no
or
more
like,
bong rips in this joint.
You ever have a friend that, like, goes to say bye, and it takes them, like, 4 in and outs, or they're standing with like, I have one buddy where I got to be like, hey, man, you've got to shut that door. Because if you open my front door, theirs is right there, and it just echoes in that chamber.
And I'd like to wish a fellow school bus driver, Andre, very happy birthday today.
Andre,
could you give him any of the sound that would make a black man blush and a kid's fish sandwich? He is the best and funniest co-worker you could ask for. Thanks, guys. That from the lovely Jen.
Fish challenge.
Yeah, Mike.
Things to make a black man blush. I can tell you this. You can hear these. You did what?
Not God or my father.
Happy
or
Chinooka.
my boss.
That.
Happy Chinooka.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Mom. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, boy, another one. Touching stuff in museums is the subject of the extra email.
Touching stuff.
Guys, 14 years ago, I went to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. There is a set of cemetery gates that I leaned over to touch, and as soon as I did, I got about an inch away from touching the gate. A loud alarm went off. That alarm scared the crap out of me, and I didn't bother trying to touch anything else while in the museum.
Well, good.
That from Steven.
Okay, so we do need the buzzers. That's all.
Of all the museums.
I know.
Like, that just seems like the last one.
I just like how Ted's about to bust a gasket with all these people trying to touch the museum.
It's just driving me up a wall. Like, why?
It is a little
I don't
weird.
think I've ever seen your blood pressure higher on this show than people that are touching stuff in museums.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. Don't touch it.
Jesus.
More people have tried than I would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stunned.
Let's see here. What else we got?
We used to work with somebody that was one of those people. When they talked to you, they always touching you.
You ever try to grab a mannequin's boobs when you're a kid?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. I'm right there with you. If my mom turned her back.
Well, she worked in a
store.
department store.
I know.
I didn't spend that much time.
I do touch their
You ever
boobs.
see the mannequins at like Lovers?
No.
Not in the last however many years, no.
So, I mean, they're much more curvier and
well, of course,
have bigger boobs. But yeah, I knew some girls that worked down there, and they were like, people would come in just to buy the mannequin, not
just
a sex
to
toy.
buy the mannequin.
Yeah,
was the mannequin on sale, or were they just like, look, I offer you this much money?
I think it was one of those like, I want to buy that mannequin.
Damn.
Which is
All right,
odd,
Playboy.
because you're in a sex shop. Like, there's already toys for you.
But this is what I want.
Some of those mannequins, though, have bobs.
And they make torsos. Like, I get the idea, but it's like, it doesn't feel
They
right.
want the mannequin.
It doesn't feel right.
Didn't you see the movie? If you wait long enough, they come to life.
Oh, I'm grabbing the money is the subject. Hola, guys. In regards to the question about finding money, roughly 15 years ago, my girlfriend and I went down to L.A. to go to Disneyland and Six Flags Magic Mountain. The day we went to Magic Mountain, we parked across the highway from the park because at 19 years old, I refused to pay $35 to park my car. So as we were walking under the highway, we saw a group of 13 to 15-year-old boys get dropped off to also walk to the park. So we're probably about 100 feet behind them as we all walk up the road that is meant for cars, by the way, and to access to the main parking lot. Now, one of the boys suddenly yells, "Hey, guys, look at the ground. There's money everywhere." I told my girlfriend to start looking, and I did the same. She found a single dollar. I found a single $100 bill.
Nice.
Now, the boys in front of us, they found $890-something. If we only didn't wait to wait for so long for my girlfriend to go to the bathroom at Denny's before we parked that day,
damn it,
I have a feeling our entire trip would have been paid for by the discovery on just that walk. Just goes to show sometimes it pays to be cheap and refuse to pay for parking. We did end up having more fun with that $100 at the park. Used most of it to buy some very special mushrooms on Muscle Beach. Love the show, guys. That from Michael in Jamestown, New York City.
I never think about going to Muscle Beach to get shrooms.
No. But now we know.
And one more, because this
I feel like most psychedelics or weed you could find at most beaches.
Right.
I
It's
would
a
hope
beach.
so. I would hope so. And this, hey guys, going back on the old Odyssey podcast, Bajola's Adam from Norfolk, Virginia, catching up on some old podcasts talking about who farted and why it was memorable. One day, when I was on the bus going home from school, one of the kids on the bus farted, and it smelled like blueberry pancakes. So all the kids all gathered around this kid on the bus, smelling his farts and amazed that it smelled like blueberry pancakes. Now, while I sit in the back of the bus, just wondering, why is everyone smelling this guy's fart? It is because it smelled like blueberry pancakes. Take care, gentlemen. I'm trying to get a hold of your IPA and your 20th anniversary beer. No luck here on the East Coast. That from Adam.
All right, Dad.
I think that's more disturbing. If you farted, it smelled like blueberry pancakes. I mean, like, that's convenient, but that's not right.
No.
Coming up at 5:08, we will drink a toast with a shout of the day, but first.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Hey, time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Thrillhill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They always suck. It is up to us to determine out of the 3 stories, which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to follow KISW on Facebook, X, or Instagram, debate already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yes, indeed. And we start with a story that you might remember actually from yesterday's Profile This. A Florida man was arrested and charged with domestic battery after assaulting his wife by shooting a snot rocket at her during a heated altercation. Come on, man. The dispute unfolded when the suspect, Yoel Mizrahi of Parkland, he became involved in a verbal dispute with his wife at their home. Now, the victim, she told deputies that as she attempted to calm the situation, Mizrahi responded by launching mucus from his nose in her direction, then spitting on her, then grabbing her by the collar, and then pulling her to the ground. Now, records show the assault did leave visible red marks on the victim's right arm and chest area, and after an on-scene investigation and speaking with both parties, deputies determined that he should be arrested and charged with domestic battery. Snot rocket. That's what it started with. And then he physically grabbed her. Now we go to Florida, where a man, his job-seeking efforts took a grotesque turn, they say, when he hurled bottles of his own urine at employees of a local supply store after being denied an interview. The thing to keep in mind about this, he had bottles of his own pee at the ready. They don't really address that in this story, but here it is. So now this guy, 51-year-old John Cotton, he now faces a felony charge for the bizarre attack, which caused over $1,000 in damages and left staff scrambling to clean up the mess. He visited the Doors Molding and More back on April 3rd seeking employment. Well, the staff declined to even interview him, and he retaliated by launching multiple urine-filled bottles through the front entrance, dousing merchandise and splashing an employee's bare legs. Witnesses reported that he fled on foot, but he was chased by the victim, who later told police the suspect threatened him and raced a skateboard before being apprehended. Anyway, left local business owners, as they say, uneasy. But the guy was caught. He has a court date pending. So you get mad at people, and you throw bottles of pee at them with no lid on. Just keep that in mind. And then finally, we stay in Florida, where a 45-year-old man named Stephen Cusimano, he stopped at a kid's lemonade stand. He bought one glass of lemonade. He downed it. Then he got mad when he was not allowed a refill in his cup. Now, there was an adult woman at the stand with several kids, and Stephen confronted her, grabbed her by the wrist aggressively. He was standing in a fighting stance and threatened to, quote, beat her up. Now, he eventually walked away. The woman called the cops. They tracked this guy down. They arrested him, and he confirmed the woman's story. But he said he grabbed her because she was talking S to him. Anyway, he was charged with felony battery. No word on how old the female victim was.
Okay. On the first story, did you say that the guy who blew the snot rocket in his wife's face also physically assaulted her?
He did.
Okay.
He
All
did.
right.
So the first, he did three things in this
The
case.
last story was just a grab.
It was just the grab. Okay. But he wanted a free refill on his lemonade. So, okay. So with the first guy, he shot the snot rocket, then spit on. Now, the snot rocket went in her direction. Then he spit on her.
Okay.
Then he physically grabbed her.
He physically just grabbed her. So it's
pulled her to the ground.
Pulled her to the ground.
Okay, that's different. Pulled her to the ground.
Yeah, grabbing is one thing, but I'm trying to figure out because the other person was a grabber. Like, what level is the grabbing going on?
All right, so lemonade stand guy was a grab of the wrist. That's all they allude to, both parties.
Okay.
First story, he actually grabbed her and pulled her down.
Because we're debating on what. So I'm going to say, who sucks the least?
What, by the way, what is a molding supply store?
I'm assuming it's more on the industrial tip of things.
Okay, all right. I just didn't. I was like,
I guess I'm going to go urine thrower. I mean, the bottles. I know they splashed on people.
He had them at the ready.
He did have them at the. I don't understand. Was he denied an interview for a job, or did he interview for a job and then? Not that this matters. Was told that he didn't get
They
the
would
job.
not even interview. I get the feeling. All right, I don't know, and I don't have pictures.
Did he smell like pee already?
Well, there's that, and what the appearance of someone who you believe has bottles of their own urine at the ready.
Correct.
He comes
I believe-
rolling up on a skateboard. He's 51 years old. I'm just assuming. And look, I don't know the guy. He might be in a business suit. I do not believe that he was. So I think when he asked for an interview, you make a judgment call like, no.
Well, we're not hiring right now. Either way, I would say that he probably sucks the least. It doesn't sound like he's got everything going on.
No, he does not have it going on.
And plus the fact that nobody was physically assaulted. The other two stories.
They got pee on him.
That is correct. And trust me, if you would have hit someone with a bottle, which I believe he did in the story, that is in fact assault.
Sure.
But obviously the person who launched the vessel, if it's full of urine, is not in a normal state of mind.
They're not. But to me, that does not matter.
Right, yeah, I've got
Because put
pee
it
on
like
me.
this. If I drive drunk and hit someone, my argument would not be, well, I was hammered. What do you expect me to do? My state, come on, man.
Yeah, but
my state of mind was messed up. I mean, I drank like a fifth
It would
of
make
Jack,
more sense.
brother.
It would make more sense to have a bottle of urine in your car.
Sure,
but
this guy rolled up on a
if you're-
skateboard.
Right, and like, Jesus,
That's what I'm
the more
saying.
you describe
You
them,
live
I'm
in the
like,
woods.
right.
I'm just saying. I think they made a judgment
I mean,
call.
right, like you don't want to get pee on your hands when you're peeing, right? But sometimes you get splashback,
But
or
it's
hit your
yours.
thigh. Right, and it's yours. It's already gross. Now, if you go to sit on a toilet seat and somebody else's pee is on there, it's
God.
absolutely disgusting. So, I mean, I think you got to take into account of that, like, like,
It's pretty hard to pee in a bottle, too, unless it's. Well, I know it is. Like this type of bottle, I completely ruined my buddy's back seat on a trip because me and
Well, it's a Mountain Dew bottle, man.
Well, I
you
know
got
that
a
like a
wider
Gatorade.
mouth.
You think he came in with wide mouth? Sir?
You don't probably think about that. So when it splashes, there's more splash radius. To your point, man, you're exactly right. There's no way.
maybe he's just a tall, thin dude with a skinny one.
Is that how that works?
I assume. So here's the deal. The one in Florida with the lemonade stand, right? Like, obviously, if you're a parent, you're not going to be happy, right? But, like, he grabbed the kid by the wrist, right?
The parent. The parent.
Grab the parent. You grab the parent, not the kid.
Grab the parent. Correct.
Yes, like the other guy in Florida, right? He's shooting snot rockets at his wife, which is funny. The bad part is, right, is then he spits on her.
Correct.
And then he's going to go ahead and pull her to the ground.
Yeah. And keep in mind, he missed with the snot rocket. I don't know if that helps. I'm just saying. That was what was noted because he did a snot rocket in her direction.
I understand.
That's very Monty Python.
And I'd also say this, Ted. If you are married, you have already exchanged most all of your bodily fluids for the most part.
Sure.
Even if you're picking up vomit from somebody from a bad night out to,
But if they spit on you, I'm not worried
know
about
that's different, but what I'm saying is, if you just spit on some random person, that's one thing. I'm not saying that spitting amongst couples is acceptable. I'm just saying that like if you spit on you and your mom have never kissed, so you can't spit at your mother, right? But
Jesus, why would I spit at my mother?
No, what I'm saying is what I'm saying is you've shared mouth juices with this person,
right?
If you're in a relationship with them,
but this is about respect.
I know that. I understand that. I'm saying
But I'm saying even if I'm trying to think of how I can phrase this without getting in trouble, like. Whatever. Spitting's not always terrible, but that's in the bedroom.
Okay, I was going to say.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
If somebody, right, somebody said something, but then, right, even if I've been intimate with this person, who knows what we're into? But me spitting on them in the kitchen, I'm a thrill. Well, I don't care what we share. We've gone mad disrespect.
We have. I don't disagree with you.
What's worse to you, getting spit on, or if the guy made contact with the snot rocket? Which one would offend you more? The snot rocket.
Snot rocket.
Really?
Because I normally don't play with your nose and your nostril, but I might put my tongue in your mouth.
I think that would surprise me so much. That's such a ridiculous. Like, you would expect to be spit on. Not that you expect it, but when someone does it, it's not out of the realm of possibility. A snot rocket?
That's different.
I think I would just be like,
No relationship says, come on, baby, come over here and pick his bug.
Right.
But you might say, hey, come over here and kiss me. That's the difference between the snot rocket and the spit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Somehow when you put those two together, it just sounds creepy, whatever you're asking for.
Hey, you got nails? Come here.
That would be kind of funny, though. Like, honey, can you just pick my nose?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the old saying, right?
That's what I'm into.
And you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, can't pick your friend's nose.
Well, you can.
But at the end of the day, I think I'll take the whack job with the lemonade stand.
He sucks the least. Okay.
I think so, because he grabbed the parent, right? Mm-hmm. And his whole thing is,
he wanted a free refill at a kid's lemonade stand and lost his head.
It's out there.
For children, man.
Right, which is bad. But
what?
I don't want to
I paid you $1.50.
I don't want to be working in that store and I have somebody else's pee on me. I don't want somebody abusing me in a relationship and spitting on me.
And it's not rocking.
Debate continues on Who Sucks Less if you follow KISW on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Shot of the Day's coming up at 5:08. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up here at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with the shout of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check in with Mike Hawkins. Some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Thank you, Miles. A new survey suggests most parents don't actually enjoy reading to their children.
We know.
Look, man, that's just a precursor to helping them with homework.
Yeah.
Don't like doing that either. Wish that would be done by a professional.
Call. And keep in mind,
who gets paid to do that.
When they're kids, at the age of reading to them, it's the same books over and over.
Correct.
And they're inane. It's not like you're reading Roots.
Right.
You're reading The Cat in a Frickin' Hat.
You're on
Again.
You're on a mission to put this child to sleep.
Right.
So as you're reading, you're just like, all right, man, how many more pages is this going to take?
And they are
It becomes arduous.
Yes.
Like,
there's nothing nostalgic. TV commercials lie. TV commercials will say at the end of a good day, I don't know if it's insurance, a car company.
Good night.
They're laying in bed with their kids, and both kids are snuggled up, and mom's reading a book, and everyone's smiling. Mom hates that. No. Yeah. Mom was like, go the F to sleep right now.
And the shorter the book, that means you're just going to get into another book. It's just the amount of time. So how long are you going to read?
My nephew, I've already read the kid, trying to get him to go to sleep. He gets jacked when we're reading books, and he wants you to start it right over and do it again.
That's right, because like a kid in a movie, a Disney movie, they can watch it 100 times. It's not a big deal.
Yes, they can.
Same with a book, but you as a parent get tired of that book.
Right.
You don't like it the first time.
Right.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Apparently can't do it 5 times fast.
I can't.
One fish, two fish, red fish.
And that's a weird thing. The TV shows would evolve. The books would stay the same.
Mm-hmm. TV shows
you get out of
too.
the Barney years. You move on to whatever
Sure.
the next step is. Not with children's books, because to put them to bed by reading them a book, they're in that one age bracket. They're right there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's never going to be like a day at the beach and be like, bring whatever children's book. I just want to relax.
Bring cat in a hat.
Yeah, right?
Archaeologists in Egypt have unearthed what they believe to be evidence of the oldest known gym membership, written in Greek and dating back 1,800 years ago.
You know, a person is still locked into the...
I was going to say, it proves you can't get out of them.
No, you can't.
What did they believe makes it a gym membership?
That's a good question, Steve.
He had a towel around his neck? I mean, I'm sure, why? Why do you think
Right?
this
Is it like a punch card to go into this place and just...
Are gym memberships like Hotel California?
Pretty much. Oh, don't ever, like I told you, do not ever inquire about a membership at a gym.
Oh, no.
I know.
It's a text. It's an email.
Oh, God.
It's text. It's call. It's a voicemail. Next day, text, email, voice. I'm just like, guys, I have sent you every communicable way that you've sent me the fact that I am not interested.
Right.
I have responded in an
Have
email.
you changed your mind?
I've responded in a text.
Love to talk to you about it.
You look like you need it.
I've responded in a phone call.
You fat ass.
I'm about to drive up there and throw bottles of urine at them. Maybe that'll take care of it.
Yeah, even if you go to, like, say, a boxing gym with your buddy. He's a member. You're just like, who used to coach you. It's like, yeah, I'll just pay the daily fee. Let's get some bag work in, do some stuff.
You know you would save money if we just got a subscription.
Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. Miles is right, though. It's all the time.
Constant.
I didn't even talk to the person.
No.
I literally filled out the form and went, here's my money for the day. I'm going to go train with this guy.
There it is. Now they got you. I think I am still getting emails from the rock climbing gym that I went to like 6 years ago.
You see the error of your ways, all three of you, man. You went to the gym.
Yeah.
I do not go to the gym.
Yeah.
I do not have
Yeah.
this problem.
That's why I don't want to cancel the one I got right now.
Gotcha.
I don't want to have to fight him.
You got to get strong so that you can.
I mean, I would seriously need to change credit cards.
AI robots are now sorting recycling right here in King County, Washington.
Okay.
They're recycling it where it needs to go because apparently we're not doing a good job of it.
I remember growing up, there were 3 different recycling bins that you had to sort it yourself into. We had the glass, we had the plastic, we had the paper.
So the fact that you don't now means they gave up.
No, the aluminum. I'm sorry. It was paper and glass. It was plastic and then aluminum. And now then we got the big can. They were like, just throw it all in there.
We'll figure it out.
All right, cool. Whatever.
They want you to recycle the most, like 70%, right? But they only pick that up every 2 weeks. Now, what they don't want you to throw away, they pick up everything.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
We asked that question on the air. A guy that works for garbage because trash will start to stink.
But the difference is, if you do it correctly, that stinky trash goes into compost.
Correct.
Which does come once a week. So I understand.
That's the way they do it down in Tacoma because they only pick my stuff up every 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I got 2 weeks worth of garbage just rotting out there outside my house.
Yeah, plus the fact, man, in the summertime it gets hot and it does stink bad.
New research says SUV collisions are far more likely to be fatal compared to a standard sedan.
Do they say what?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure they do, actually. I do.
I'm
not
sure
working
they
on
do.
it, man. Especially for toddlers, what they said was like, no S.
Well, yeah.
They're smaller.
Parachuting bad with toddlers, even if they have a parachute.
Right. Other than the fact that they basically react like
Would you
drunks.
watch that on TV? I'm going to televise 20 toddlers. They have parachutes. They'll land safely.
Oh, yeah.
Would you watch it?
Go, yeah.
Pay-per-view.
Well, I know
yeah.
they're going to land safely.
No.
Oh. No, they have parachutes.
I'm just telling you, they will. But you don't know. It's like the dude, the tightrope walker guy, walking up the Grand Canyon, right? And the only reason to watch is to watch him fall. Then he doesn't fall, and you're almost disappointed. Like, I spent an hour watching this, and you're fine.
You just got to huck a bunch of little toddlers like those green army men with the
What
parachutes
makes
on
a toddler? 2, 3, 4? What age?
Yeah, I'd say 3.
Okay, the 3-year-olds.
2-year-old, 3.
They have parachutes, man.
Can we make them wear, like...
3 years old.
Can they...
They got the gear.
I'm really overthinking this now, but like...
Yeah.
Can they be like in the airborne? Like they're all in the same uniform and they just
Go,
jump...
go. You're worried about the aesthetics. Yes, we can
Well,
do
just
that.
the idea of like it's a
Not
bunch of...
their safety, just can we put them
Well,
on?
it's a whatever line, right? So as soon as they
Static
jump,
line?
static line,
yeah.
it'll help the parachute. But I was picturing
We can
like
do all that.
3-year-olds turning around, not paying attention. It's like go,
Just go, man.
right? Like you got to throw a stuffed toy.
They would readily jump out.
That
and pull
one
the
peed
string on
himself.
their own.
No, I like Ted's idea to throw a stuffed animal they like out. Just watch them jump out
So
after.
they go.
And again, we know they
fearless.
land safely. But the idea
Except the one,
of
Ted.
a video camera on a 3-year-old just free falling and then pulling a ripcord, like that seems like good viewing.
That's just say pay-per-view.
Be advised, whooping cough is making a comeback.
Oh my God!
Yay.
I was in a bubble when I was a baby. I had that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
God.
Patient zero.
Yeah.
How old were you? Do you remember? You probably don't remember.
No, I was a baby.
Okay.
Because there's a famous picture of my mom and me meeting
John Travolta?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Oh. You didn't meet him. Technically, no, you're in the bubble.
No. I guess they let me out of the bubble for
To meet
an
Sugar Ray
hour.
Or did they give him a little glove that he could stick in and like shake your hand?
Wait a minute.
Then they gave Sugar Ray Leonard whooping cough.
Time out. You're in a bubble. Nobody can be around you. Sugar Ray Leonard comes around. They take you out of the
right.
bubble.
Let him out of the bubble.
Here's a guy. Surely he's cleaner
He's fine.
than anybody in here. Here, Sugar Ray. Take the kid in the plastic bubble. Who in the hell made that decision?
I can find the picture.
I believe you. I'm just saying, like, oh no, it's okay.
You're right.
It's Sugar Ray Leonard.
Break the seal. Sugar Ray Leonard.
A man who never gets cut or exchanges bodily fluids with any other human being.
No.
Ever on a day-to-day basis.
Let him hold the baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, he's one of the
Sugar Ray
biggest.
Leonard.
He's one of the biggest stars in PG County.
No doubt.
Out in a hospital in
believe it.
PG County.
And he can hold deathly ill babies.
He comes through. You pull that baby out of the bubble.
Gotta be in a bubble all times.
That's what Sugar Ray Leonard.
Middleweight champion of the world.
And then
Middleweight champion of the world.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
And Chuck Norris. The only
And
two
Chuck
people.
Norris.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, no. Hitman Hearns Keep him in the bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
He ain't from around here.
Marvin Hagler, nah.
Oh, crap. Is that Sugar Ray? Get the kid out the bubble.
No,
Like, if your kid's in a bubble right now with this whooping cough, and
That's a huge swath of the audience.
No, let him out.
no, you need a Seattle legend.
Decompress the bubble.
So Sean Kemp comes in there. You're pulling that
Oh,
kid
my
out of the
God.
bubble.
For Sean Kemp.
Cooper Kupp comes through. Pull the kid out of the bubble.
Oh, my God.
Kemp
They're like
was the first guy.
Marshawn Lynch.
I know.
No, it's Sean Kemp.
Marshawn
I pulled my kid out of the bubble.
Marshawn would ask me to pull a kid.
Well, I don't know
Get the
why.
baby.
I think I needed to be in there for oxygen and stuff. It's not like I was.
No, you didn't. Not with Sugar Ray
Not
around.
with Sugar Ray. He's got you.
He don't
man.
need oxygen.
Oh, my God. And everyone says
He needs
it's okay.
Sugar Ray.
Yeah. Take that out. It's okay. Sugar Ray.
Oh, he'll be fine.
I was always a sports fan.
Sugar Ray.
That's where that was the moment.
Has no idea what's going on.
I'm proud my mom got me out of that bubble.
No, he didn't. No, she didn't. Sugar Ray Leonard did.
Sugar Ray did. Hey, man, let me get out that baby.
Take that kid out
If
the
your
bubble.
mom came and asked, "Hey, can I hold my son?" They'd be like, "No." Sugar Ray Leonard comes in like, "Take the kid out.
Take the kid out.
Take the kid."
I
out.
look.
Breach the bubble. Sugar Ray is in the house.
Dude, there was a movie, Boy in the Plastic Bubble, with John Travolta when we grew up. So I have an idea what that chamber looks like for a baby.
Well, the thing is, it's the worst part of the picture is. I don't think my mom even realizes I'm in her hands. The look she's giving Sugar Ray.
Oh, man. I like they made your dad have it.
Oh, sure. What do you mean you met Sugar Ray Leonard?
Tom Selleck and Sugar Ray.
They let him out the bubble from this man.
They took my kid out of the... I've been there 5 times. I can't hold my son. Sugar Ray Leonard comes.
Sugar Ray gets to hold my baby.
Boom. That's me. Sugar Ray held my baby.
Yeah.
Steve, what day is it?
Sugar Ray Leonard Day.
I can't believe that was okay. Because I know you're in the NICU.
Hey, I'm just saying. All I know is I was in a bubble. I don't. There's no photos of me inside said bubble. There is a photo of my mom holding me and her looking into Sugar Ray's eyes.
You have to be a family member
I know.
to get into the NICU.
He's a legend.
He's Sugar Ray
You
Leonard.
have to be related. You have to be the parent.
Or
It's also,
Sugar Ray
it's also
Leonard.
1981. It's like Sugar Ray's coming through. Get the babies out of the bubbles.
Mr. Sugar Ray said when he walked in.
What if it's good?
Get these babies out of these bubbles.
Does this guy even know he has this power?
I think he does.
Nice, Samuel.
I think he does.
There's babies in these MF bubbles.
I cannot believe it.
Get them out.
That's exactly what he said.
What's the best part of being a middleweight champion? I'll tell you what. I can go into any hospital I want, hold any baby in a bubble.
Grab the baby.
I take your baby out.
Take him out there.
Anyhow, bad disease. I had it as a kid.
Yeah.
That's what we saw there.
But you had impervious to Sugar Ray
Fight's been
Leonard.
called off because Sugar Ray's got whooping cough. You don't remember that one, do you?
Yeah. Steve, what day is it, my friend?
Oh, today would be Tickle the Naked Mole Rat Day.
So close. It's National Spank Out Day.
Oh,
Spank Out
that
Day?
is closer
Spank
than
Out
it should
Day.
be. Spank out.
So what Spank Out is? Well, there's multiple days there, Miles. What are you looking for?
It's
here?
National Raisin Day. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, Raisin Day?
Yeah,
Well,
seriously, National Raisin.
Okay, very cool.
Spank out enough.
So we'll try to break. No, actually, what Spank Out is it's a movement to try to get parents to stop spanking their children.
Oh,
all right.
That's the name they picked?
That's the name they picked. Yeah.
Oh,
National
my
Spank
God.
Out Day.
Guys.
So
I mean, that's the name you came up with.
I think it's supposed to be.
This is serious when you came up with Spank Out?
I think it's supposed to be like Speak Out, and so they changed it to Spank Out.
Okay, and then somebody says, let's not do this, man.
Yeah. So let's talk about punishments.
If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to expresspros.com to find your location. That's expresspros.com.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, We got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
As an electrical contractor, you know installation, but you're facing more demands on your time and tighter resources. At North Coast Electric, we offer total electrical solutions. From switchgear and lighting design to kitting, project management, job carts, and more. An efficient job site is power. A partner with time-saving solutions is electric. Visit northcoast.com today. North Coast Electric. Our knowledge is electric.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Spank out.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Mike Tyson spank out.
10 ways kids were disciplined in the 70s. I'm fairly certain you could go down any list that involves punishment and find a kink that someone out there is exploring. Sure, you might have let your crying baby sit in a soiled diaper after spilling its bowl of Cheerios all over the kitchen floor. There's a kink for that. Daddy's been a bad baby. What's the old saying? Spare the rod and spoil the child? What kind of rod are we referring to? Rod Serling from the Twilight Zone? Rod Stewart? Or your basic industrial-grade corrugated steel rod used in over-the-road construction? What are you doing tonight? Let's put them all to the test. Mommy.
Damn. So these are 10 ways kids were disciplined back in the 1970s. And you know what? Some of them might have gone a little bit beyond that. So let's see how far you guys have gotten. First off, number one, anybody ever been spanked?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Common form of discipline that has been all but eliminated today is spanking, known as corporal punishment. Hitting a child in any way has been outlawed in 24 countries worldwide. I was definitely spanked when I was a kid.
My penis got corporal punishment this morning.
I've been spanked, but I never because of that, I never laid a hand on my kids.
Oh, really? All right.
Ever. Never.
Right on, man.
Yeah, me neither.
I took that as I'm never doing that.
So that's why they turned out the way they did.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good kids.
That's right.
And the truth, you don't need to.
They were bitter.
We're angry
I'm gonna
people.
knock him out as soon as I get about 6 inches taller.
Have you watched Adolescence yet?
I have not.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, cool.
Your son's about that age. You should.
Okay.
It's just it brings up that stuff. Like the son committed a horrible crime and everything. And towards the end of it, the dad's just in tears. He's like, I got my ass beat. I never hit my kid. And he's like, I thought it was fine letting him play these, like, baby. Like, it just, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it kind of calls into question, like,
what are we doing?
What, right. Like, is which way of parenting is right. The best or better or worse?
Right. At the end of the day, it kind of comes up like there's no right way other than just kind of examine your kids, get real involved in
it depends on the kid, too.
I didn't spank him. I never spanked him. I slapped him in the mouth.
Anybody ever... I got that once. I got that
I think
once.
most kids, too, back down with just a tone of voice.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like a dog, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you have to really hit your dog. There's a tone of voice, and I think children understand that, too.
Yeah.
They might think you'll hit them, but...
Anybody go to bed without supper?
No, well, yeah,
because I didn't eat.
But it was agreed upon.
It
wasn't a punishment. It was.
I don't want to eat this.
Yes. Sit there until it's bedtime. So
liver and onions.
Cool.
So I didn't do anything wrong.
Everything.
I just refused to not clean my plate.
Yeah, I'm with Thrill. If I refuse to eat something, then yeah.
That was.
But I also think that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not like I ever was starving or whatever. Yeah. It's just like that's what was.
That means
I did a Gandhi. I went 40 days.
That means you got a D on your report card, and they sent you upstairs without eating.
Right.
So I never got that.
I did something. I don't remember what it was, but I was sent to bed without dinner one night, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and my mom had made me a little bagel with peanut butter on it.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's
She
the other thing
saved me.
too. I think my mom probably threw him a string cheese or something.
Exactly. Here you go, get this. She slid it through a mail slot.
Yeah, I was going to say, throw a swat in the door. There's a string cheese.
Well, you don't have to eat the dinner if you don't want to. That's for dinner. And then a couple hours like, here's a string cheese. Go to bed. Thank you.
Actually,
that's me.
The common punishment when you swore in front of your parents: soap. Wash your mouth out with soap.
I had soap in my mouth, and my grandmother, who was an awesome woman but pretty strict, she would put pepper or hot sauce in your mouth.
Oh, damn!
I'll do it. I never had that.
Not me neither.
Really? No soap at all?
No.
Anybody ever get
I never cussed.
I mean, I cuss, but
Anybody ever get their hand slapped?
sure.
Yeah.
Just if you're reaching for
Yes,
something.
yes.
That's a female move, too, on a son.
Yeah.
It's the first thing that'll be slapped is the top of the hand.
Yeah.
Then the top of the head.
Also funny to do with your friends out at dinner. Somebody goes to get a chicken wing.
Get away!
Like, right? Because it's so awkward. They're like, what?
You gonna
You're
pick
not
up-
allowed to have that wing?
You gonna pick up the check at the end of the night?
I want that one. That's mine. Act like you've got one pointed out.
I got this one all the time. Standing in the corner.
That was school. School, not home.
Oh
Did you ever have to do wall sits?
No, thank God. Holy cow!
Those burn.
Yeah,
Well, all right.
that sucks, dude. That's terrible.
Actually, you know what, man?
Hey, trust me. When I was security at a basketball camp, it was wall sits.
My son left his lunch at home this morning, stopped by the school to give it to him. Directly across from the principal's office is the first or second grade class. Anyway, a kid who I know personally was facing the wall, standing right up there. I don't know what he did. I just tapped him in the butt with the lunchbox, turned around and saw me. I just kind of winked at him. Like, I'm not going to give you up, but I'm not
What did
shocked
you
that
do?
you're out here. Yeah, that's all it was.
Anybody know this one? The common punishment for if you caught them playing with fire or playing with matches?
Well, we light our kids on fire.
No, you got to make them hold the match while it's lit until their fingers start to burn.
No,
Damn.
man.
I never
Yeah,
had
no.
that one.
Uh,
But
gra-
I light matches all the time, so I've done it like an idiot.
Does putting a cigarette out on your face count?
No. Grounded for a month shows up on the list. Nasty chores shows up on the month, like the things that you as a parent don't want to do, so you make them do it. Embarrassing them for whatever reason.
I mean,
never got
Psychological
embarrassed.
torture, basically, is what it is.
When they embarrass me, it was never on purpose.
And then I'll leave you with this
I mean,
one.
I can imagine somebody doing that like in the home, but I don't think people would embarrass their kids in front of
publicly.
other kids.
Correct. Discipline was done inside the home, not outside.
Right, like my dad would be like, if you want me to treat you like, you're
Like a
sick,
child.
I'll treat you like it. Right.
And then I'll leave you with this one. The last way the kids were disciplined back in the 1970s, and it happened when you were caught smoking.
Smoke the whole pack.
Here's a whole pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. Never got caught smoking.
How did that work? Never got caught.
I never did that, but my dad once definitely, I was talking about chugging beers. You like to chug beers? Like, yeah. He made me chug like 5 in a row. And
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And?
Oh, I puked my brains out. Me, I'm 44. Chugging 5 beers in a row is tough.
That's getting after it. A woman in New York was caught going over 100 miles an hour on the interstate with her toddler in the backseat, but she's got a good excuse, Miles.
Oh, she's going to get a picture with Sugar Ray Leonard.
Tell her about it at 5:50.
All right. That's right. It's our cut at 5:50 in the meantime. And we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Quick time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink test. And Steve and Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast a 98-year-old New York Mets fan. This guy was a World War II vet, having served in the United States as a teenager. Anyway, came back to the U.S., he started rooting for the then Brooklyn Dodgers, and then he converted to the Mets. Well, last year, on Mets opening day, he got his quote-unquote big break when he was honored as the veteran of the game, which he called one of the best moments of his life. Now, sadly, he passed just yesterday, but the Mets honored him again with Dollar Hot Dog Night, which is an interesting honor considering that the man's name is Seymour Wiener.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Seymour
$1 hot dog night
Right.
for Seymour
I don't know.
Wiener.
I don't know if this is like the spank out or maybe no one said, wait a minute, man. Yeah, Seymour Wiener.
Dollar hot dog night.
Dollar Hot Dog
In
Night.
honor-
It's Seymour Wiener Night.
In honor of Seymour Wiener. That's a hell of a deal. I don't care. You live with that.
That's where my head's at. Like, that's the night to try the 999 challenge. 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, 9 innings. So
How
you
do you
got to
think
eat
you
a
do it?
dog and a beer per inning.
I think I'd only make. I mean, the hot dogs themselves, I can maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's
I think I could
one
do 3.
per order, so you have to keep going back.
Yeah.
I have no doubt, maybe not Mike. I have no doubt the 3 of us can handle the 9 beers and 9 innings.
Yeah.
You're right, though.
The hot dogs.
9 hot dogs.
Problem is, they got tall beers there in the stadium, man.
I know.
That's not your standard 12
I'd hunt down 12 ounces.
That's thinking. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in hard tummies.
Down the hola bajona. Let's get a contestant live for Profile This now. 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Running a business can be exhausting. Building your website shouldn't be. With Wix, you can express your ideas, give direction, then leave the heavy lifting to AI. From site creation to branded content and images. Have fun with the details. Customize what you want the way you want. And manage your whole business from a centralized dashboard with expert AI tools. Build, scale, and enjoy the incredible results. You can do it all yourself on Wix.
Judd & Black is proud to offer top-named appliances like GE Profile. Right now, take advantage of the Innovation Rebate. Build your own suite of GE Profile appliances and get up to $2,000 back. Offer valid through June 30th, 2025. Smart features, sleek design, and huge savings. What's not to love? Plus, buy now and pay later. Financing options are available. Shop GE Profile and more right here at Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. JuddBlack.com.
Mazda? Once you discover the Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid, Mazda, it doesn't take long to get it. With 3 rows, a luxurious interior, and the ability to go all electric, it's flexible enough for nearly any journey. It will have you saying, Mazda. The Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid. It's made to move you.
Every Mazda SUV offers you an elevated driving experience and refined performance. Discover it at Dwayne Lane Skagit Mazda.
At Rent-A-Center, there are so many ways to own the best brands your own way. Our flexible ownership options put you in control, offering a tailored path to owning the products you love, because everyone has their own way to own. So how will you own yours? Tap the banner or visit rentacenter.com to get started. Rental purchase agreement. You will not own the items until the total amount needed to acquire ownership is paid in full or you exercise your early purchase option. Ownership is optional. You may cancel at any time.
Own your own way now.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
99.9 KISW. Text the men's room at 206-803-ROCK.
TV Time with Ted brought to you by Xfinity. Give them a call, 1-800-XFINITY. The men's room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please start everyone out? Profile This is played.
A sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Unfortunately, our caller, Richard, dropped off the line, so you three gentlemen will be playing against one another.
Okay.
Today we offer
Thanks,
you...
Richard.
Yeah, Richard. What's his nickname? So today you have your choices of Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And finally today, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
Based on the news, I bet the least we know is interior decorating.
I would hope that's the case most of the time. A man who believed that he was going deaf. He was stunned to find out that something had been lodged in his ear for 20 years. Darren McConaughey from Glasgow. He'd been to the doctor regarding hearing loss, and he'd been prescribed antibiotics, assuming that it was an ear infection. Darren says, quote, I thought my ear had ruptured. The pressure kept building and building. It was unbearable. Then I felt something sort of pop out. I felt the object and realized it was loose. I thought it was a piece of my inner ear. I was absolutely terrified. But as I held the little object in my hand, I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
How many years?
20, 2 decades. So with the pain and pressure gone and the sound back in his left ear, Darren's immediate relief turned to confusion, unsure of how the thing had gotten in there in the first place. And that begs the question, what was stuck in his ear for 20 years? Was it a Lego? Was it a BB? Was it a 2-centimeter wire or a pencil eraser? So Lego, BB, metal wire, or pencil eraser.
Where was it?
Glasgow, Scotland.
Scotland. All right, I'm going pencil eraser. I'm saying he's doing that tick, 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 tick thing like that with the back end of the pencil. And the
what is the
thing
tick,
falls
tick, tick
up,
thing?
where you just kind of, stick it in your ear, rub it around.
I don't know if I did that.
I'm not sure anyone has, but that's my guess.
I don't think you're wrong there, Miles. What were the other choices?
The Lego?
Lego BB and 2-centimeter wire.
I'll go with the Lego on that one just because, again, maybe it ended up in his ear. He forgot. Maybe it's like a Lego head or something like that ended up in there, and he just.
I never got that one.
You know what? I'll go with
like
the small.
Minecraft.
I'll go with the small piece of wire. Maybe he was just in a crappy bed or something, and somehow the wire poked through the mattress and got stuck in his ear.
20 years. What was in his ear? A Lego, a BB, a 2-centimeter piece of wire, or a pencil eraser? We'll find out next.
That was a
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category is interior decorating on Profile. This guy had something lodged in his ear for 20 years. He heard a pop. He was able to get the thing out and looked out and said, I have no idea how this got in there. But it had been in there for 20 years. Question is, what was in there? A Lego, a BB, a 2-centimeter piece of wire, or a pencil eraser?
And let's see here. D. Ted Smith, you went with Wire.
Wire.
I know you love the show, but not in this case. Miles, you went with the pencil eraser in case he's digging around.
Ticonderoga
like
to be,
Ticonderoga specifically. Oh, if you'd stuck with. And let's see. Mike, you went with the Lego.
Come on, baby.
You are
What
correct,
the?
sir.
Okay.
A Lego.
How old was he?
He's got to be about 25, 26 then, right? Been in there for 20 years?
That's what I'm
It
saying.
doesn't say how old
if
he
he's
is, but
30
then,
or something, then it's like, I don't know how it got in there. It's like, well, you obviously shoved it in there as a kid.
Oh, your friend did.
No. He's 71.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. They don't give his age.
Okay. Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Ted.
Whoops, hang on. I can do this. I got it.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Your choices today got Seth Meyers, the Jimmies,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Stephen Colbert, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right, though. The tireless guys have teams of talents and writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
The deodorant company Billy launched an ad campaign that features scratch and sniff posters in New York. But if you're willingly scratching and sniffing the walls of New York, you're probably not the deodorant type.
Fallon. Smith.
Myers.
The deodorant company Billy has launched an ad campaign that features scratch and sniff posters in New York. But if you're willingly scratching and sniffing the walls of New York, you're probably not the deodorant type.
Down in Australia, a dachshund, a wiener dog, has been rescued after 17 months on the run. 17 months. The crazy part is the dog was just inside a kangaroo's pouch the whole time.
Fallon.
Smith. Damn.
Good crap, baby.
Yeah.
Nobody thought to look there. Also, if I spent 17 months away from everybody, I'm not lost. I left.
Could be dead.
I said the same thing.
I mean, it's been 17 months. I'm like, has anyone heard
the
from
dog
Ted?
is not happy to be back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do, Ted? If you disappear, first place I'm looking, kangaroo pouch.
Think of the free,
There he is.
the Free Willy thing. Like, I'm a dog, I'm out. That house sucks.
It would be a small bar in Montana called the Kangaroo Pouch.
Yeah, smells like one and everything.
Well, like, I heard there's a town where there's a guy to watch cricket.
I'm surprised.
That's him.
Surprised there's not more runaway dogs. This house sucks.
Uber is offering free rides home to teenagers from prom and back. You know, some 30-year-old is going to get in with a suitcase like, yeah, I'm going to the airport prom.
Fallon.
Uber is offering teenagers free rides home from prom and back. Yeah, you know, some 30-year-old's going to get in with a suitcase like, yeah, I'm going to the airport prom.
Did he read that wrong, or is back another form of a prom?
I don't know. What did he say?
Uber is offering rides home to teenagers from prom and back.
Yeah,
So
prom
to
and back.
prom, then back home.
Prom and back.
Right, all right, I just read it as rides home from prom and back.
Yeah. I think you wrote it wrong. To prom and back,
Yeah,
not
to
from
prom.
That's how he says it.
To prom.
Trust me.
And
I spent
Uber is
10
offering
minutes.
teenagers free rides home from prom and back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
From prom and
you know, some
prom?
30-year-old's going to get in with a
I kept Googling back. Like, yeah, I don't know. So I wasted 10 minutes on this today. Is it really bugged me?
What is back?
That was wrong. Yeah, you're wrong.
A dog food company is offering an internship where you smell dog's breath to evaluate the effectiveness of their new dental products. In case you're looking for a career, well, AI will never replace you.
Seth.
Did you say Colbert today?
Yeah.
He's an option.
Okay, Colbert.
Seth Meyers.
A dog food brand recently announced that they're looking for a summer intern to smell dogs' breath in order to evaluate the effectiveness of their new dental product. In case you're looking for a career where AI will never replace you.
You think Seth Meyers smokes cigs?
No.
All right.
Maybe.
It seems like he's always got like a... He gets a lot of nasal stuff. Like congestion and everything. So I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe he smokes cigs?
Could be cocaine.
Look, that wouldn't shock me.
Nah,
Fallon seems like the guy to be like, hey, yeah, I scored a bag.
Yeah.
Aha!
He's like a drunk Mickey Mouse.
Fireball.
Yeah, exactly. But either way, he's always there, so that's good. You guys know is it Gutfield? Greg Gutfield.
I believe it is. Not sure.
All right. He's on Fox News. He hosts a couple different shows. Well, there's a lot of people that when President Trump got elected or put into office on January 20th that said, I'm not dealing with this. I'm going into hiding. So he's going to host a show called What Did I Miss? He'll take 4 people who have been in isolation since Trump's inauguration on January 20th and present them with headlines. Some will be real, some will be fake. They have to decide which ones are which.
Oh, so it's a game show.
Basically, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, the problem is the real ones could be so ridiculous sounding that you're actually proving a really terrible point.
Well, I think that's the point.
Oh, is this not on Fox News then?
No, it's on Fox.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I don't do what they want.
Well, maybe it is.
All right, there's a lot of people in this country that are famous, and you might go, why are they famous?
I say that a lot.
Yeah, so this is a list of some of the dumbest reasons people became famous in the U.S. Now, some of these are news stories. Some of these are stars you know. So, like, for instance, number 17 on the list, I don't say this person didn't become famous. The story's infamous about the McDonald's coffee that she...
the woman who spilled the hot coffee in her lap.
Correct.
Sued and got however much money she got.
Correct. Which is also funny is for years, everybody, us included, made fun of it. Like,
absolutely.
It's your fault, this and that. And then I saw this whole thing where, like, no, the coffee was actually way too hot.
Yeah, it's cold and hot.
Right, that's why she ended up suing him and won, because it was like, it wasn't like a frivolous thing. It's like, well, I did spill coffee on it, but, I mean, my hair is like standing up even thinking about it. Something that hot.
Oh, yeah. And your genitals.
Like, even if you, I don't know, like if you're William Hung, I still appreciated what you did at the time.
Oh, yeah, for
now
sure.
You got famous, but...
All right, Miles, that's number 13 on the list. Singing badly on American Idol.
Yeah, I mean...
There was a few people that got famous like that.
And they got to own it.
But you went up there and you did it. And you know, man, you own your crap. So, like anything else...
Right, and William Hung, when he did it, that was so early on. I don't think he realized how bad of a singer he was.
No.
I mean, the kid was a genius. He was like a, what, get his PhD at Stanford or something?
Something like
a very good university. He just,
he just wanted to sing.
Yeah, he
and
did.
He can't. So, of course, his dream came true.
They don't do that as much, but, yeah, that was pretty popular.
Oh, so, okay, I got one. I'll get the Cash Me Outside girl.
Bad Barbie, as she's called.
Bad Barbie.
Oh, but Bad Barbie.
She is number 6 on the list.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Hot Tua's
is
got to be on
Rebecca
there.
Black on there? I'm just trying to think.
Hot Tua is number 2 on the list. Somebody said she's really a textbook example of this. Is our dumbest reason somebody became famous in the U.S.
Agreed.
And look, the Hawk Tua thing, I don't know. Mike and I talked about this a lot. Like, it was a good clip. Mm-hmm. Credit to her. I get she kind of got fame, but then it's like, now she's going to have a podcast. Like,
then it got ridiculous.
Right, and then it was like, they're going to make a documentary about her. It's like, whoa, hang on. She just made one street interview. Like, what do we need to know, right?
We know everything we want to know about her.
Correct.
We'll spin on that thing.
Which is okay. That's not assault.
Right.
I mean, look, they don't call him by name. We all know his name. Mike, you might want to get up your soundboard. But they just say, again, dumbest reason somebody became famous in the United States, eating a bunch of hot dogs.
Chestnut!
I think, but
it is dumb.
It is stupid, but people...
Chestnut!
I mean...
But it is stupid.
There's a lot of dumb things out there, but it's just still impressive.
I will say, like, to Kobayashi's defense, when you go to Japan, competitive eating is held in high regard.
Okay.
And there's the competitive eating. Like, I go back and forth. I'm with you. I love the Nathan's thing.
Sure.
So I don't think, but at that bottom line, you do kind of laugh at. It's like, oh, this dude's famous because he eats hot dogs at a high
Yeah,
regard.
but he
good
eats
for him.
all
Go get as
kinds
much
of
money.
food. It's like the one.
I think it's great, but it is stupid.
The U.S. woman who dominates on the cheese,
right,
down the hill.
Let's see. I like this one. Number 9 on the list. The Jenners, who are famous for association with the Kardashians. Number 8 on the list. The rest of the Kardashians, who are famous for association with Kim. Number 7 on the list. Kim Kardashian, who is famous for A, her father being O.J. Simpson's lawyer, or B, a leaked naughty video with Ray J.
Mm-hmm.
All those are true.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. They say Jake Paul of his boxing.
Okay.
But he was already super famous.
He was.
Like,
yeah.
I say this all the time. There is just massive stars on YouTube and stuff that, like, I think it's hard for us to, like, think about.
Yeah, no idea.
To me, like, if you're a TV star, you're on a network show, right? You're a massive star. But some of these men and women, I mean, they're just on YouTube. They have followings bigger than any of those people, and frankly,
absolutely.
are bigger stars to a whole generation.
And get paid better.
Yeah. This one we've always talked about was stupid. Being a teen mom.
Oh, God.
I mean, I
Yeah,
remember
man.
years ago, I don't know if it was a vacation day or a sick day. I remember sitting at home and I watched one of those shows, and it was like, I think I came in here and I was like, why? It's just like, look, if you got pregnant when you're a teenager, whatever, but like, I don't think we should glorify that.
Correct.
And
you don't
what
want
that
to make
show
this an
kinda
opportunity.
Because it was always bad.
Yeah.
It was always bad.
No one wants to copy Octomom or
Right.
John
She's
and
on the
Kate-
list as well.
or John and Kate Plus, but you don't want to replicate that.
No.
You would watch it for the value of how she's going to handle this because that's crazy, but you're not trying to get yourself pregnant as a teenager. I agree.
The Island Boys. Those guys in Miami. The Island Boys.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They're still around. One of the brothers just got beat up the other day, and his other brother, who they're twins, was like, I'm going to whoop your ass, and I mean that. It's like, you're the same size.
Right.
No, you're not.
And also, at this day and age, like, I say this all the time, like, back in the day, like, people I knew with tattoos, unless they were, like, cute ones on chicks, but usually they were kind of tougher dudes.
Yeah.
Military, ride motorcycles, that one bartender. Now everybody's got them.
Yeah.
Like, those dudes show up, I'd be like, I'll whoop your butt right now. What are you, 5, whatever, like 130 pounds soaking wet? Like, I don't care that you have tats. Sorry. It's fun to sing the Island Boys stuff. Those guys drive me up a wall.
Can't tell.
Mike, I don't know if
you want to beat one of the Island Boys.
Yeah, I take that on right now.
Okay, that's my Brett Michaels feel. Like, look, maybe it's not you, maybe it's me, but I still want to beat your ass.
But Brett Michaels had a career first.
It's a different world.
Fair enough.
Number one on the list, like I said, Mike, I don't know if you remember this one. Miles Thrill, it's 2009. It's a hoax that went viral. A couple claimed their son was
In the Mylar balloon.
All right, you do remember.
Oh, Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy.
Yeah, that's what they used to call him. You don't remember Balloon Boy?
No.
They said his 6-year-old son, Falcon, was trapped in a homemade balloon 7,000 feet above the air.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
Now, there was a balloon, except the kid was just locked in the attic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah.
When you said Balloon Boy, I was just thinking back to Sugar Ray.
Bubble,
sorry.
It was never inside of a balloon. But also, those parents, like, the balloon had to come down. We just miraculously.
Well, the whole thing is that they believed that their son was in the balloon, and then when it was found, the balloon eventually came down. They popped it open.
Then
Because
he was hiding.
Right. It's like, okay, he's not. Oh, we found him in the attic, and then he was on the news, and they said, well, why didn't you come to? Obviously they were yelling for you. Why didn't you come down? They said because they told me to stay up in the attic so we could do this for TV.
Oh,
that's how they got exposed.
Yeah. Well, again,
never let your child speak on your behalf.
Right. It would have worked if the kid hadn't spoken out.
Right. And you're dealing with a 6-year-old. Yes. Right? Like, they don't.
They tell the truth.
Unless they're stealing candy.
Right.
They ain't going to tell you. Or, they're not going to lie. It's the way kids. That's the good thing about kids, right? You got to teach them to lie or be bad people.
Daddy's drunk and driving. Right. They're going to drive your ass out, man. It's just going to happen.
Fast. Dad never drives this fast.
Well, I know why you pulled him over. Why'd you ask?
I've been mentioning it all week, but I'll be honest with you. I am not the biggest hockey guy. After we put out another episode of the podcast last night, I sat there and watched the end of 2 hockey games. Hockey playoffs is just awesome.
It's intense.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. Headlines are coming up. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Florida woman experiments and finds that skin on penis looks older over time. Meanwhile, a New York woman thinks that driving over 100 miles an hour to a Thomas the Train event is not a crime. Server riding biggest waves in the world gets free pancakes from IHOP for life. Runaway animal in Alabama knows the phrase, now that's a knife. And just another day in Florida, fighting bears with a bag of cookies and your dog named Ringo. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Our top story. We got to New York, where a woman just wanted to show her toddler a good time. Officers on the interstate witnessed the woman speeding down the freeway at 102 miles an hour and moved in to stop her. She complied, though lost points with officers when she had her toddler in the back seat as she was flying at dangerous speeds, causing officers to arrest the woman on several charges of reckless endangerment. But the good news is she's got a good reason. She was taking the kid to a Thomas the Tank Engine event in another city in which youngsters can actually ride on a life-size Thomas the Tank Engine train, promising a, quote, fun-filled family event.
Okay.
In spite of this revelation, she was still arrested and faces some serious charges.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie, that sounds like fun. As an adult, I would still do that. But
if you get caught, you get caught.
Right.
102 is a bit much.
Don't use that as the excuse.
Well, what's a better excuse for doing 102? I would absolutely use my kid if I could.
Right, but your kid's dying and you need to get to the hospital. That's the excuse. Not, we got to get to Thomas the Tank Engine.
But still.
The train leaves at 4 sharp.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be a little bit more.
What would you have told the cop?
Honestly, I probably would have just eaten it. I can't think of a lie that fast. Because I think too far ahead with my lies. And so I would say something, oh, my kid's got to go to the hospital. Like, all right, let's get to the hospital then.
To visit his mom.
That won't be necessary. Go about your business.
I don't like him that
much. He'll be fine.
He'll be good.
Just walk it off, kid. In other news, for more fun on the freeway, we go to Alabama. Officers got a call about something interfering with traffic on the interstate. A runaway kangaroo.
Makes sense.
In central Alabama, yes. The animal managed to disrupt traffic in both directions, causing an accident between 2 vehicles. Luckily, nobody, including the kangaroo, was injured in the crash. Officers initially didn't believe the report because they said a kangaroo was loose on the freeway in Alabama, but eventually were able to tranquilize the animal and return her back to her owner.
Wait, that's not my kangaroo. Sorry, different one.
Sorry, man. My bad. Let's just move on there. Down to Florida, where a woman used an unconventional weapon to ward off a predator. She was walking her chihuahua, telling local media that she was
dirty.
Yeah, baby.
Walking the chihuahua.
Want to go walk the chihuahua?
Want to go home walk the chihuahua?
Name Ringo.
Name Ringo. We're just going for a walk. Something the unthinkable happened.
You got a chihuahua named Ringo?
A giant bear. It's an unconventional name, I know. But anyway, she was attempting to locate a bird that she had heard up in a tree when she saw a giant black head shooting for her dog.
What's up, baby? You Ringo.
No pictures, please. She reacted as quickly as she could when she noticed what it was that was attacking her. A big old mama black bear. The woman attempted to spin her dog out of the bear's reach. Whoa. Slow down. But ultimately tripped and fell, scarring up her leg pretty good.
No, wait a minute. She said she was tracking a bird.
She Statue of Liberty Ringo like this.
Yeah.
She's spinning around.
I'm up in the air.
And the bear's trying to jump up and get Ringo as she's holding him above her head.
Right.
And she spins and falls. And then the bear gets attacked, goes to her. So then she throws the bag of cookies at the bear's head, and that scares the bear, and the bear runs off, and then Ringo runs in half.
Yeah, Miles summed it up there.
No, but wait. She said she was tracking a bird up a tree?
Yeah, she just heard a bird. She just heard a bird, and so she was looking up. That's why she didn't see the bear come out of nowhere.
It's a bird, man.
Well, you never go look at the bird, dude. You hear a bird right above you, you're not going to look into the tree.
For like a second.
Well, yeah.
Just to make sure it's a bird.
Unless it's a weird sounding bird, man. Come on now. But just in case those stories with a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to the UK, where a man is getting some well-earned recognition. He was born back in 1969 with a missing ankle in his left foot.
What? It's missing. It's in there somewhere. My goodness, get on the case.
He left it behind.
He wasn't born without one. It's missing.
It's just missing.
That's how we're going to spin that. No, perfectly formed baby. He he lost his ankle in the delivery. It's so good.
Left it on the floor with the afterbirth.
A missing ankle.
Somewhere in Trader Joe's.
Hey,
it's my ankle.
Homie didn't have one. Missing. Doc, I swear to God, when he's born, he had 2 ankles. Woke up this morning, he's down to 1.
Damnest thing I've ever seen.
He lost his ankle.
That is a mystery.
Oh, my God. It's missing.
It's on milk cartons.
Not missing.
Oh, my
It's on
God.
flyers around the neighborhood.
Basically, he just He eventually got a prosthetic. He loved surfing, and then he surfed the world's biggest waves, and now he's a big advocate for
He should keep
looking for his old ankle. Don't give up, brother.
My Lamborghini's missing.
Don't
Really?
give up.
Because I don't have one.
What if it pops up again?
Keep looking for that missing ankle.
Missing.
I don't know where else
This is like
I'm
OJ looking for the killers.
We're still looking, Billy. We haven't forgotten about you.
Men's room sports. The Mariners hosted 2 games against the Angels here at home within the span of 24 hours and have another sweep on the books for the year, marking their 7th straight series win. Well done, boys. They'll be off tomorrow as they make their way to Texas for a 3-game series against the Rangers over the weekend. As far as what you're going to watch tonight, you got a couple more NBA and NHL playoff games on tonight on ESPN and TNT. As far as your weather, mostly clear skies are dropping down things to the mid-40s. And prepare yourselves, boys. We're looking at a bright, beautiful, sunny sky tomorrow with a high of 74.
Let's go.
That's your headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins.
Head chest back tomorrow. Big Dummy and lovely Jolene's up next.
So reading a real quick text says, we rode on Thomas when my kids were little. I responded, always add the tank engine. Until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
$50,000 to $80,000 to repair and replace a broken sewer? That stinks.
Well, that's what you get when you buy an older home.
We don't have that kind of money. I mean, who does?
Well, don't wait until it's too late. Call Pinky's.
Pinky's?
Yes, Darlene. Pinky's Plumbing. They do everything plumbing, even sewer and drain cleaning. A little preventative maintenance now will save you a big headache later. Just schedule it at pinkysplumbing.com.
Oh, thanks, Ethel.
If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to expresspros.com to find your location. That's expresspros.com.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Bosch's innovative power tools make you feel like a Bosch. Like when you pile drive screws and bolts with the 2-in-1 impact driver, you'll feel like
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Or when you powerfully blast through concrete with the Bulldog rotary hammer, you'll feel
like I have the power.
And when you make buttery smooth cuts with the Glide Miter saw, you'll feel
Scoobity-bee-bop smooth, baby.
What he said. With expertly engineered power tools, the more you Bosch, the more you feel like a